Welcome to the show. It's T with D. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With who's that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's T with D. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With who's that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome back, listeners, to our cozy nook, where the beats go like pages in a favorite book. Settling, feel the rhythm in every hook. Tonight's the night, let's dance and cook. You have a great time, make yourself at home in this rhythmic zone, where the melodies from. See with peace and legs out, where the music keeps you warm. Join the jam, find your peace in the storm. Welcome to the groove, it's Tea with me tonight. Feel the reggae flow, let it make the world right. Come and find your comfort, you meet each other's right. With every track we spin, you take you to new heights. It's our place to chill, with rhythm that enchants. Join us the moment, let's give you all the chance. Turn up the sweet serenades, let the music down. Open up in my prayer time, I swear all in that chair. Welcome to the show. It's T with D. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With who's that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Welcome to the show. It's T with D. DJ spinning tracks. Got that reggae spree. Tune in the dots. Let the vibes be free. Late night session. Sip that turbo key. Come in on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibes so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With who's that you be man. T with pizza spot. The best in podcast land. Hey, good night, folks. It's time to unwind. Think favorite tracks. Leave the stress behind. Welcome to the show. This song was just for you. Be with peace, your proof. Where dreams is getting you. Come in on the late show. Sing it on TNN. Hope you're feeling right. Cause we got the vibe so grand. Get cozy on the wine. With who's that you demand. Tea with peace, the spot. Leave the slip podcast land.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons 420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life.
I can't believe got me so close, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are warm. I hope you're kicking it fly today, baby, because it's Thursday. And that means it's time for a little tea with P, where the T is beer and the P is me. And ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing is off the table. And boys and girls, we've got a great show in store for you today. Because let me tell you what, we got some big nudes, baby. We got some big nudes, baby. You already know. Exclusive to the To Be Blunt live podcast. Only because we mentioned it there first. Stash Nutrients is proud to announce that pre-orders are live right now at stashnutrients.com. Go add a pre-order to your list today and boom, save yourself a few dollars off an entire kit, guys. While supplies last, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to want to miss out. So get your Stash Nutrients today. Stashnutrients.com. Don't miss out. Boom! It's a big day, ladies and gentlemen. It is a big day. We got a lot in store today. We're going to be talking about the hemp ban. Congress in the United States very democratically snuck in a little bit of, tomfoolery into a spending bill. And nobody can vote on it. Nobody can debate on it. And it's just the way it's going to be. And, it restricts our plant just too much. And we're going to be diving into that. The good, the bad, the ugly. What is it? What's happening? And some possible conspiracy theories that I think is what is really leading the charge behind this ban. All that and so much more. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking to Mr. GT himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. GT, welcome to the Grow Tent. He's going to be joining us live in studio tonight. And we're going to be talking about everything going on in his world. Life, love, breeding, passions, you name it, projects, all that and so much more coming up tonight. But first, ladies and gentlemen, checking out all of you guys in the chat, man. Robert Barron, P is pump. P is for pump. Curly Green, what's up, dude? Smitty over on Twitch, thank you so much for the that sub, dude. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Jeff, I see you out there. Quinny, I see you out there too. Thank you very much. Sonic, what's up, man? Sonic, good to see you, friend. The Dapper, long time. Good to see you, my friend. John Lindsay, always here. Good to see you. Reg, the hardest guy to at in the chat. Was up, ladies and gentlemen, we've got quite a conversation in store for everyone tonight, but the biggest thing on the table tonight that I need to know from you is, what are you smoking on? What are you smoking on? Because that's huge. I'm smoking on a little bit of peanut butter breath, original cut from Thug Pug Genetics. Got mine from Seedsman. Shout out to Seedsman. If you're looking for quality genetics, head on over to Seedsman and consider using promo code PIGEONS420. You can barely see it there, but there it is. Check it out. Quality genetics, promo code PIGEONS420. Since we're talking promo codes too, we got a Black Friday coming up, don't we? Yes, we do. A Black Friday, baby. And Vivo Sun's having a Black Friday sale. Want to give a quick shout out to Vivo Sun, vivosun.com. Check out their Black Friday sale, up to 45% off site wide. You're not going to want to miss this, man. Add-on deals that are over $399. There are super flash sales happening as well. You can't add my promo code to the super flash sales, but you can put my promo code to a bunch of the other sales that are happening on throughout the Black Friday sales. So vivosun.com, use promo code pigeons420, get yourself some quality grow equipment for a price, for a great price, and grow some quality genetics, man. Shout out to Trent for getting that pre-order done, man. Shout out to Trent. How many pre-orders we got, baby? Who else is pre-ordering tonight? I want to know. Mrs. P, how you doing?
I'm just sipping my tea over here.
Sipping tea on tea.
Literally drinking tea for a first. Yep.
That's good. I like that.
I'm good.
You ready for a good show?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I want to add on to your Vivo Sun,
Please.
though. I have in my many emails here that the V-Cure pre-sale also starts November 28th. And with purchase of the V-Cure, you get a surprise gift box. Not sure what's in the gift box, but it's a surprise. So if you still need to order a V-Cure, November 28th.
Nice. V-Cure, baby. Mrs. P, top G, baby. Automatic, you know. Double A, good to see you, man. Honor Roll is here, too. Motivated by Terps, what's up? Garden Quest, what's up? NE20, what is up? Guys, also, a few more housekeeping items. December 4th, the HGTO, the Home Growers Takeover, is live in Vegas for the MJ BizCon. You're going to want to come and check this out. December 4th, myself, ICANN, Strange Show, ROB, COTV, Mr. Grow It, and the legend himself, Mr. Northern Scrogger, will be all in one place, partying it up, smoking heavy, and let me tell you, there's probably going to be a few goodies, okay? Because we got stash newts on the way. We got genetics on the way. We got each and every single one of our stuffs on the way. And, man, it's going to be a banger, dude. It's going to be a banger. So, dudes, you're not going to want to miss it out. You're not going to want to miss it out. Miss out, sit it out. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. NE20, good to see you. Snipper is in the house too. Snipper, my ex-friends. Yeah, what's up? Shout out to my friends over on X. Shout out to everybody who's over on Twitch too. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, where I do a lot of gaming and a lot of talking shit, hit me up at Pigeons420 over on X, over on Twitch, and over on Instagram. Over on X is where I like to have a great conversation about pretty much everything, and it's a good place to engage. So thank you guys for checking it out. Chris B. Cush 420, what is up? I see you over on Twitch, dude. Hi, Nate. My invite must have gotten lost. No. It's right there, dude. You want to show that invite again, Mrs. P? Show that invite. It's right here. Oh, it's right there, dude. Come on in. Come on over. Come on over, baby. Where's the party going to be? I'll be in Vegas. It's going to be right there. MJ BizCon, baby, in the smoking section. Yeah, Soul Seeker. Good to see you, friend. That's my birthday eve, Robert. Ooh. Mr. CLTV is in the chat. Shout out, Mr. CLTV. Shout out to the To Be Blunt podcast, man. Rob and I were on that show earlier today, and it was fantastic, dude. Boys over there are great hosts, and it's a fantastic time. So shout out to them. We got a new follower. Is that Ed? Ed, new first-time chatter. Chris 2 Peabody. Thank you for the first-time chatter over on Twitch. I see. What's up, y'all? What's up, man? What's up, Bendo? Sending all my love to you, Bendo. And the flock sending their love to you, too. Bendo, just going through a little bit of, challenges, life challenges, what I'm going to say, man. But I want to let you know we're sending lots of love to you, my guy. One thing I wanted to mention, guys. This is actually a celebration, if I may. A celebration, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys remember Mark? Do you guys remember Mark from Grow Fire Farms? That boy came on over and had a conversation not only on FTS, but he came over and had a conversation here on Tea with P. That boy secured himself another award. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Arizona Culture Cup champion. First place, Grow Fire Farms with Hash Burger. Ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause to our boy Mark. Let's go, baby. Grow Fire Farms, man. We love to hear that, dude. Big ups. Huge results. This guy's like now, what, a 7-time award-winning grower?
I'm pretty sure when we talked to him, yeah, he had like 5.
Six? I think it was 6. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was 6. Now he's 7-time award-winning grower. Whoa!
Oh, hang
Punched
on.
right in the face.
It totally has it in his thing. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6.
So he's a 6-time now.
Yeah. I guess I could show. So
Six.
he's got them all listed up here,
Oh.
as he should.
And so this, including this one?
Yeah. This one's
Wow.
right here.
Shout out to Grow Fire Farms. Shout out to Mark, man. Love to see that. This is why we encourage people to grow your own weed, because through Mark's own words, man, he's not reinventing the wheel. He's just following a plan. He's using regular nutrients. The boy's got Athena. He's following the plan, and he's getting himself award-winning herb, dude. Award-winning herb.
So like 1 in 23, 2 in 24, 3 in 25. What's 2026 gonna hold?
Da-na-na. I don't know.
4, 5, 6. Who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Curious to see. But yeah, huge ups, man. Love to see that kind of stuff taken off from members of the community, man. So huge ups to Mark and the friends and family over at Grow Fire Farms. Big ups, dude. So everybody let me know what they were smoking. But I missed it. Because I just kept talking. So I hope you guys are all smoking some fire, fresh herb. You guys know the mission around here. You guys know the statement around here. We are huge advocates of growing your own herb, trying to harness the just the capabilities and the healing powers of this beautiful plant of ours. And so I think that could be accomplished through growing your own products. So growing your own plants. So that's why this conversation today in regards to the U.S.A. making a slight shift, actually one of the biggest drug policy shifts in years, in fact, actually since 2018 when Trump signed the last farm bill. And so this is something that is going to impact a lot of people. So I want to get into that. But before I do, I just want to say a huge shout out to Mikey Trikey, dude. Mikey Trikey over on Twitch, man. Thank you for the Prime. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, dude. Thank you to everybody who's hitting that follow button, everybody who's hitting that subscribe button, and everybody who's following along. So thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to have a discussion in regards to this hemp ban. So right after this rip here, I think it's fair that we dive right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So cheers, friends. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canna News. Canna News. All things culture, science, and health. Your one-stop shop for all things Canna News. So if you guys have been following along, there's been some pretty big news going on in regards to our beautiful plant, the United States, and really some legislation that really changes the game for a lot of people. This is a conversation that we can continue. If you would like to comment, and I miss your comment or I miss your post, you can hit me up over on X. Okay, I know that this is a really hot topic for a lot of people, so I just want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to speak their piece. So if I miss your comment, please don't think it's anything personal. I'm really just here because look at you guys. I have to show all these comments. It's really important that I hear everybody out. So if you haven't already, give a shout out to my good friend Matt from Mr. I Can THC on the Legal News Network. He put together a banger of a video that kind of put together all the clips of the scenario that we're facing right now in Congress. So for those that don't know, in America right now, I'll put this all into a nutshell for you because I much rather dive into the philosophical / conspiratorial reason as to why, I'm looking at the wrong camera, I apologize, as to why this kind of legislation is happening and why is it happening right now, because that's important. So to get to that, I want to nutshell it for you. If you guys didn't know, America's government has been on one of the longest shutouts or lockdowns in history. And there was a spending bill that was presented to Congress that essentially would allow the government to open. But inside that legislation was a little piece that mentioned hemp, and really it tried to regulate and or abolish the current hemp industry as it currently stands. So if you guys recall, there were two main actors that went back and forth in the 2018 Farm Bill. You had Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul. They went heavy at each other. And in fact, roles have kind of reversed. At that time, Rand Paul was heavily against the 2018 Farm Bill. Mitch McConnell was in favor of the 2018 Farm Bill. Now, all of a sudden, roles have reversed. Rand Paul is not in favor of this spending bill, while Mitch McConnell is in favor of this spending bill. And I kind of wanted to break down just loosely, what does it entail? Because there's a few pieces of information that I think are not really being discussed to the full extent, and I think it's important to. And that's really what products are going to be affected by this. Effectively, all products are going to be affected by this. And how so? Well, currently as it stands, the bill has, and I have it on my phone because it was really tough to read. You can put it up on there too. I just wanted to mention this is the wording from the bill itself, and it's very specific that we read just the definition that's changing, because what is changing is the definition of hemp. And in general, the term, and I quote, in general, the term hemp product means any product, A, derived from hemp, including any extract, cannabinoid, isomer, salt, acid, or salt of any isomer derived from hemp, and B, marketed or sold for human consumption or as consumer products. 2, exclusions. The term hemp product does not include any industrial hemp grain or fiber product. B, any cannabidiol product that contains not more than 0.4 milligrams of total tetrahydrocannabinols, THCs, per container or package. C, any cannabinoid or derivative that is synthesized or manufactured outside of the plant's cannabis sativa L. Outside of the plant cannabis sativa L, or is not capable of being naturally produced by such plant. 3, prohibition. No hemp product containing THCs, including delta 8 THC acid, so THCA, or any other cannabidiol. Sorry. I misread that. Cannabinoid, or any other cannabinoid or derivative determined by the Secretary of Health and Human Services to have intoxicating effects similar to tetrahydrocannabinol shall be lawfully marketed or sold as final product or directly to an end consumer for personal or household use. So essentially, and the rulemaking, and it states, not later than 90 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, in coordination with the Secretary of Agriculture, shall publish in the Federal Register a list of all naturally occurring cannabinoids, isomers, acids, salts, and salts of isomers derived from hemp. So that's the exact wording coming from the bill. And there's a key here. The essential change, you can remove that. The essential change that's going to happen now is that rather than calculating the total concentration of THC, we are now seeing the total THC being taken into consideration by weight. So that includes THCA, THC, Delta 8, or Delta 9, Delta 10. There's a number of THCs. Mississippi, there we go. The THC, THCA, THCV, Delta 8, is it 8?
Delta,
Delta
8,
8, Delta 9, Delta 10, so on and so forth. So before you would be able to take total THC was say whatever X, but it wasn't taken into consideration the total THC as the 0.03% of total cannabinoids. So what we're seeing is really a change of definition, and it's essentially going to decimate. They're arguing up to 90% of the industry, which is calculated to be about $28 billion. And it's going to see an incredible decimation of the hemp industry, of farms that have gotten very efficient at producing hemp fields and hemp product and flour and so on and so forth. So there's going to be a massive repercussion. Now, people that are in favor of this bill are arguing that the biggest reason that this is a win for health is that we are no longer going to see intoxicating products that are coming up with synthetic cannabinoids. So essentially, you're looking at products like HHC, Delta 8. There's a wide variety of synthetic cannabinoids that are no longer going to be able to be sold across the country, or at all for that matter. With that being said, the problem that we have with this is that I would argue is that it's so multifaceted, because the first problem I have is that in a democratic society, we had a spending bill that had a cannabis or a hemp or a drug related issue wedged into it. There's no debate on this. There was a vote in favor of passing the spending bill, and it passed, and President Trump has since signed it into law. And in fact, there were Democrats that voted for this, Democrats and Republicans. So it makes you think, well, wait a second. Why is this happening? This is the biggest thing. There's also been an attempt to get a release of the Epstein files. So it's like, is all of this a massive distraction? B, it is certainly undemocratic. You could argue that it is democratic because it's happening in a democratic method in a democratic society, but that's hogwash. That's hogwash. This is major for a lot of actors. There are a ton of people that benefit from the ability to receive medicine, product, flower, weed, whatever you want to call it. They can receive that directly to their door through the current 2018 Farm Bill. In states or in places that don't allow cannabis in its form. So this is essentially going to affect a number of patients that otherwise have no way of securing good quality products. Of course, it does highly regulate the fact that the shit that's being sold at gas stations and grocery stores or whatever, I don't know if it's really sold at grocery stores, but what have you, these things are sold at gas stations, is the synthetic shit, and the synthetic shit that's dangerous. And so there's a valid argument that that's going to get rid of that. But the reality is that basic legislation could have taken care of all of this. Basic regulation, not an entire sweeping ban. It's hard to call it a ban, but it's essentially a ban. It's heavy restriction on the plant. And it doesn't make sense to me that in a democratic society, in a spending bill, to get government to go back to work, politicians jam in a sweeping drug policy that happens on the heels of a time at which we are currently having a discussion about the rescheduling of cannabis. So that alone makes me think, If this isn't about the Epstein files, which I always think it is, just release the files. Just release them. If this isn't about the Epstein files, why all of a sudden now are we seeing a heavy restriction on hemp? On the heels of a conversation or comments by the president of rescheduling cannabis. Wait a second. Well, what does rescheduling mean? Well, we've talked about this. We know that this is now going to give cannabis the ability to be classified as a medicinal product. I've argued that rescheduling cannabis is a horrible idea. I don't think it's a little step in the right direction. I think it's a shuffle in the wrong direction. And I think it's a ploy to get people to be happy with baby steps. When in reality, our people deserve, our culture and our history and our community deserves leaps, lunges, not just baby steps and shuffles. So I refuse to believe that rescheduling is great. But I digress. It moves and gives cannabis the ability to be classified as a medicine. Well, okay. Well, if they're restricting hemp all of a sudden, wait a second. Who's going to have access to cannabis when cannabis does finally get rescheduled? Big pharma, big companies. This is a massive sweep by big companies through politics to have a monopoly over cannabis so that nobody has an opportunity to do it. If cannabis is classified as a medication, well, then it's only going to be really exploited and taken advantage of by those who are already in the medicine industry, the pharmaceutical industry, your Johnson & Johnsons, your Coke and Pfizer's, these things. These are the guys that are going to be already prepped and ready to sweep into a medicinal market that's open and only on still on the schedule list. So it's not legal. So the average person doesn't have access to it, but big business will. It just seems very convenient that all of a sudden we're taking a shift from rescheduling conversation where all of a sudden now it feels like we're propping up. We're giving big companies the ability to just sweep in over top of the little guy. Who's paying for this? Who's paying for this? Is it big pharma? Is it the alcohol industry? Who is it? Who's paying for this? Because this is very, very suspect, to say the least, that we are now all of a sudden in a position where we're having a conversation of, well, the conversation was on rescheduling, which we said again was a distraction because we shouldn't just be having a conversation on rescheduling. It should be a conversation about descheduling. So that's a distraction. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, might I add, the same administration that signed the 2018 Farm Bill is signing this current ban on hemp, or this further restriction on hemp. It's the same administration. The argument is, well, they're just closing loopholes. It's not a loophole. It is not a loophole. I've said this 100 times. There is a misconception that the Farm Bill opened up loopholes. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It's just the regulation and the restriction and the guidance of the system that was in place was not good enough. The fact that you could allow synthetic synthetic cannabinoids to enter into gas stations in the first place is ludicrous. That's crazy to me. The fact that you could allow for these programs to be exploited, the fact that you could allow THCA companies to just bypass the correct path to have their product tested and don't even start, oh, we do have it tested properly. Stop. I know how it works. You test it early so that it tests low in THC, but you keep the harvest going. You keep the flower going so that percentage evolves into something smokable and fantastic. In the guise of, oh, it's THCA, and then once you combust it, it's THC. No, that's what they said. Through the process themselves, they send the tests in early Sorry, let me rephrase. They take samples from the plant early, send those to test, then finish the plant. Then they send that product to the customer. Well, that's not a loophole. That's just avoiding the proper way to go about it. That's not a loophole. I guess avoiding the proper way to go about it. It's illegal. You know, I hate to say it, because then at that point, if you're still distributing a high potent THC product, that's just illegal. That's illegal still. That's not a loophole. That's just illegal. And I'm not trying to be a narc. It's just, it's not a loophole. So it's not closing anything. We just needed regulation. And when I say regulation, I mean legislation. We need debate. We need conversation about what is the right option to take. Because if we just shut down conversation and we just ban shit and restrict everything, well, then no kidding, we're not going to make any progress. And of course, it's going to be just a wild, wild west of products out there. You know, Jack Daniels can't put rat poison in, well, the tobacco industry can. So it's like, what kind of regulations? And why all of a sudden this? Why aren't we focused on gambling? Why aren't we focused on fatherless homes? Why aren't we focused on families marrying the state rather than, you know, sustaining themselves? Why aren't we having conversations about the shitty education system? Why aren't we having conversations about poverty, or the conversations about the fact that we just simply can't feed ourselves properly to keep ourselves moving in a fashion that allows us to be the best version of ourselves, or at least the most optimal? It's a distraction. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a distraction, and it's unfortunate that it comes at the expense of an entire hemp industry. I have an article up, Mrs. P. Can you pull that up real quick?
Which one?
The one on this in particular. There's numbers that I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like the $28 billion industry.
Oh yeah, that one.
The hemp industry and the.
So you've two articles up about the exact same things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to cross-reference, and there's another point that I want to, maybe a point of exploitation that I think is important that I'm going to mention after. In-house, the hemp industry is bracing for layoffs, production reduction, and billions in lost revenue after Congress passed a government funding bill late Wednesday containing a surprise provision that will ban nearly all hemp-derived consumer products. Hemp. No, I don't want that one. The new ban, tucked into legislation ending the longest shutdown in history, outlaws products containing more than, this is my point right here, 0.4 milligrams of total THC per container. Bring it back to me, Mrs. P. $28 billion. 0.4%. Okay. Can we do a quick little math? Here's my point of exploitation. The hemp bill of 2018 made it very clear that it was 0.03%. It was 3%. Okay? 3%. A lot of people, and maybe I'm in the left field here, and this is, again, shout out to our education system. A lot of people put it as 0.3%. You saw that article, as does the reading say, 0.4%. That's 40%. That's 30%.
No, this says 0.4 milligrams.
Which 0.4 milligrams would be 40% of a milligram. 1% or 100% is 1. That's 100%. Yes? Do we agree on that, or am I right out to lunch on this? So it's like, that's 1. You know? You have 0.1 is 10%. 0.2 is 2% or 20%. 0.3 is 30%. 0.5 is 50% or of a percent. So I'm not entirely sure how this bill is going to be finalized, but if there's a real loophole that could be followed, that, or maybe that's not even a loophole. It's just using the literal writing in the legislation. There could be an opportunity here to perhaps see more than less. Equals 0.00 or 0.04% of. Sparks got math here with equal signs and
I
percentage
see that.
points. Very hard to argue.
Thank you.
Very hard
that.
to argue.
I'm not a math person, so I appreciate the breakdown.
But then I would have to assume that it does equal 0.0004 of a gram. Anyways, my point is that there's something more going on behind the scenes, and whether or not it has to do with the things of point we've discussed, things that point the points of discussion that we've mentioned. There's a way to say that better than I said. But I feel like there's more at play. There's actors here that are pulling the strings that we do not have exact visuals of, that we haven't been able to call out precisely. We need to figure out who that is, because this doesn't come from nowhere. This is the next domino to fall in a much larger plan of dominoes. I can see it. It's almost like this is like the third or fourth domino to fall, but there's someone at the other end going like, yes. I want to know who it is. I want to know who's pulling those strings. Where's that money coming from? Because I have a feeling I have a feeling that there's more questions. That's all. That'll come. Maybe more concrete answers, not questions. Sorry, there'll be more concrete answers at play. But my question, as is with all of my stories, is what do you think? What do you think? Because this is not the Pigeons 420 show. This is not the Flock show. Okay, this is Tea with P. We share the tea. Okay, and I like to highlight it, but I really like to hear what your opinions are of these stories. I covered a lot. I didn't look at the chat a whole lot because I didn't want to get distracted. If you said something that you feel like I really needed to see, go ahead and feel free to mention it again. But I really want to hear what you think. Do you think either A, this is good, this is in favor of getting bad synthetic cannabinoids off the streets? If that's the case, if you do agree, A, I want to hear from you and we'll have a civilized discussion. What do you think about putting something like this inside of a spending bill with no opportunity for debate and something that wasn't voted on? How does that make you feel as well? Both sides, how does that make you feel? Or do you think this is absolutely ludicrous? There's way more at play here. What is it?
I agree with Robert. Definitely douchebaggery afoot.
Yep. It's time to organize and rally. Hey, in-house, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong, dude. The powers of this community and the powers of this culture and our history, we have the foundation to stand on, and we have the ability to move. And it's just like I hope that we can come to some kind of understanding before that. I hope it. My ultimate hope and real, I guess, dream is that there's 90 days to go over the bill, but there's 364 days now to have things go into effect. I would like to hope that there's going to be another change before then. I would like to hope that there will be another amendment, challenge, revision done to this spending bill to see some sort of change, because it's not good, man. 42 degrees. I have a dream. Soul Seeker, that would be good side of it if that was the case. But in Missouri, Med and Rec, the dispensaries are losing so much money from the THCA shops and the online shops and every gas station. Yeah. You know what though? Hear me out in regards to the idea of competition. I believe in a free market. I really do. And I have no problem with THCA. Never. It's not my. It's not my cup of tea. I like finished weed. I like done stuff. I like good terps. I like good, well matured cannabinoids. It's not for me. However, in the same level, there's a market for that. There's a client out there. There's a customer or a patient that relies on that medication, regardless of what some hick says in his basement on a Thursday night. And for that, it's a part of what we are and who we are, and I accept that. But to get upset with competition, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with shitty actors performing shitty actions and providing shitty product. That's the bottom line. We all come from the underground. We all come from maybe not all of us, but a lot of this community comes from trapping, comes from, hustling out the back door, rollerblading or biking to go deliver or pick up your stuff. This community was built on doing things not behind closed doors, but in the dark, in dark alleys. We're not afraid to do it again. We're not afraid to back down, right? We're not afraid to push for change. So I have a lot of belief. I have a lot of belief in us. I agree, but intoxicating products are not supposed to be sold outside of a dispo. But with the Farm Bill, it makes so able to. See, and I think a consenting adult should be able to purchase weed and or alcohol from another consenting adult. It's just basic commerce. Intoxicating or not, really. The thing is that I would hope that the people selling it are doing so in a manner that's providing good, healthy products. That's my biggest thing. I just feel as if the regulation between two consenting adults or multiple consenting adults for weed should almost not exist. The reality is that regulation needs to prevent children from getting access to weed. It needs to prevent bad stuff from getting in the weed. And it needs to ensure that states can get their stuff across. The regulation should be pretty minute. I just don't believe that there's a place for government in weed outside of that very, very narrow framework. That's all. Great discussion happened here tonight. I really appreciate you. Shout out to you guys for pulling up. If you guys didn't know, huge nudes, ladies and gentlemen. Stash Nutrients is live for pre-orders over at stashnutrients.com, baby. Shout out to the whole team making things happen, because damn, friends, this is a huge moment for the boys and I. I'm so thankful that we could be able to share this with you. Stashnutrients.com. Get your pre-orders and check them out. This is big, dudes. This is big. This is one of those things, inside moment, one of those things that I'm hoping that's going to be able to change the way that people are growing. It's going to make things easier. It's going to make things efficient and effective, and it's going to make things cheap. And I can't wait for you guys to check it out. So stashnutrients.com. Go and pre-order your bundle today. Okay? Well done, FTS. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all you guys, man. You guys are the ones making all this possible. And I appreciate you. Appreciate your faces, man. So, yeah, check that out. Pretty cool, P, dude. Thanks, Stoner, dude. I appreciate you, man. Real big nudes. Huge nudes, organic. Couldn't believe it myself. Huge nudes. Check it. It's real. It's right there. Okay? Stashnutrients.com.
Every time that you said it.
Yeah. Stashnutrients.com. I'm gonna keep saying it. No, I'm not gonna keep saying it. I'm not gonna keep saying it. You never hold on. One question here. John the Grower says you never touched on the bitch wording. Is that what I'm assuming you said there? The new law dimensions about seeds. Well, essentially, it comes down to the makeup of it. That wording of the 0.4% falls into the same idea. However, it's like, how are they going to regulate how much percentages are in each seed? How are they going to be able to do this kind of thing? So these are the questions I have. Pigeons, let us just jump on a call too, see how people feel. Chipelle, be smoking spray packs and shit. Yeah, people don't need that, but I feel like that's not. Yeah, like nobody should be smoking bad stuff, but the reality is that it should be something that can be regulated. If people had access to good weed, they wouldn't be smoking spray packs. That's the reality of it, right? Is that if we didn't have such heavy prohibition on weed, people wouldn't be smoking synthetic HHC or Delta 8 or whatever the other shit is. I don't know. I'm surrounded by good weed. I don't know where the synthetic shit is, but I ain't doing spray packs. But the reality is people just don't know better. They got that saw, bro. Cheers, friends.
I still always find it crazy when we go down to the States that you can buy liquor everywhere. And it's not as age protected as it is up here.
Yeah. Yeah,
And, like,
it is insane.
And this is kind of the same thing, right? Like, I don't know. Our stores are very separate up here. Dispos are 19 plus?
18 plus here.
18 plus?
Yeah, we're 18 plus.
No, I'm pretty sure the one here in town is 19 plus.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. I'm fucking 38.
I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure they're 19 plus.
I'm an old man
and
now.
we have liquor stores that only sell liquor. You can't go in it if you're under the age of 18.
Yeah.
And when we go down to the States, and it's like, you go to a gas station, there's liquor on the shelves. You go to a hardware store, there's liquor on the shelves. You go to the pharmacy, there's liquor on the. It's like, there are kids walking around constantly, all the time. And so it's like, I don't know. It baffles me.
Yeah. Yeah. It is baffling. We're from a different place, as you guys can tell.
Very much.
It's very different up here. Yeah. We don't have the same freedoms you have down there, so I can't just go and buy alcohol. But I'm a damn adult. I'm a damn, but it's like, if that's the way it takes to regulate ensure who gets access to what, then so be it. But I also can't sell alcohol or tobacco either.
No.
There's no tobacco stores, though. You can buy that stuff at, like, gas stations.
Like, we age gate it so much that you can't have billboards that advertise cannabis because they don't want kids to see it.
We have state-run liquor stores, yes.
Province.
In our province, I'm pretty sure every province, it's all regulated by the state.
Every province has their own liquor commission, which also commissions our cannabis.
Yeah.
They rolled that in there with liquor and lotteries and cannabis. So it's all regulated the same way, which makes sense to me because then it just makes everything the same.
Yep.
And there isn't this argument of, well, how come we're doing this way when we do this the other way?
And how come you can't tune in to any kind of child's, game or videos or, it's like any kind of sports without the inundation of gambling. Like
gambling has gotten a lot worse
there's
lately.
gambling in video games. They've got
Yeah.
loot boxes, so you're constantly trying to search get the reward of trying to get the best loot. You can spend money on those. Like, why aren't we having a conversation around these things in particular? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.
The kid and I watch our shows upstairs, and the ads that pop up are for gambling apps. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
I won't say it's a kid's show. He's a teenager, so they're young adult shows. But still, it's 14 plus, 16 plus.
Yep.
Why are you advertising gambling?
Yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
No.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, because you know what? I'm going to teach my son how to be an adult and how to be a young man and how to control his impulses.
Whoops our butt at poker most nights that we play.
Yeah, we play poker. Yeah, we play poker. So it's like, it's up to me to raise my child, not the internet, not TV, not all these other things. So it's like, just the question is, why the double standard?
Yeah.
That's all. That's the biggest question, right?
And I feel like it would put a lot of these concerns to rest if it was just governed the same way.
Yep. Yeah, I concur. Gambling is an addiction. Yeah, it is. It definitely is, Quinn. Definitely is. Playing poker is different. Yeah. Yep. But it's I put it on the parents. The damn gambling ads in my hockey feeds. Yeah, there's a ton. There is a ton. Guys, in just a few minutes, we're going to be sitting down with Mr. Legendary, Mr. GT. Welcome to the Grow Tent. We'll be sitting here live in studio on the big screen, chilling. And I am stoked about that. But I wanted to remind you guys, because this is a huge day. Huge day. Big nudes, baby. Big nudes, baby. Stash Nutrients pre-orders are live. Okay? Pre-orders are live right now. StashNutrients.com. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. This is big. This is big. Okay? Guys, 2 bags gets you done everything. And then, of course, Stash Blend gets you everything else, man. Gets you everything else.
I'll just do this.
There it is right there. There it is. Make your grow tastier.
And shout out to Rob on the beautiful packaging.
Beautiful.
Because I'm a girl, and those are the things I notice.
Yo, I'm a girl too. I feel it. I feel it. Nah, beautiful. Beautiful. You guys are going to love this, man. You guys are going to love this. I'm so excited to be able to present this to you. The boys and I worked very hard on it, and you guys will not be disappointed. So StashNutrients.com, okay? Great nudes. Great nudes, Sean. Huge nudes, dude. Huge. So damn excited. Yeah, me too, man. And guys, this is organic. It's going to be the first time I ever grow organic. First time. Can you believe that? It's going to be crazy.
Somebody did ask earlier if it's water soluble. I am not the pro on this, but yes.
This is a you're going to be able to
you mix it in the
top
water,
dress
right?
it and mix it into your soil, but in regards to using it through filters and stuff, we're not going to suggest that. Now, of course, when we say that, the people are always like, well, I'm going to do it anyways, but that's totally up to you, but we don't suggest it. But huge nudes, baby. Huge. You're in for a treat. Oh, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. The boys were like, now you have no excuse. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be sweet, man. And we've made some tweaks too, man. We've made some tweaks to make it exciting and make it just fit in with Stash Blend very well so that everybody gets the best results. Very, very excited. And don't forget December 4th too, guys. December 4th, we're going to the HGTO. We're going to Vegas for the Home Growers Takeover. Myself, Strange Show, Troy, Rob, or sorry, not Troy. It is Troy, but it's the Northern Scrogger, Mr. ROB, CLTV, and Mr. Grow It. Of course, myself. We're all going to be doing a smoke sesh down there in Vegas at MJ BizCon. That's December 4th. Even though it does say it at the very top of the poster, a lot of people are asking when the date is. Yeah, are asking when the date is, and I don't want you to forget. We've got Welcome to the Grow Tent going to be joining us here right away. And but I want to ask a question to you guys too. Who's somebody that you would like to see on Tea with P in the future? Who's somebody you would like to see on Tea with P in the future? I asked you that because man, I'm open to have a conversation with just about anyone. Your input's important, and I want to continue a great conversation with as many people as possible. So let me know. Also, too, guys, Black Friday's around the corner. And if you've been sitting on a purchase thinking, I'm going to wait till something happens and I'm going to pull the trigger on getting a new tent, a new light, new circulation system, smart controller, well, VivoSun's got you covered. VivoSun.com. up to 45% off site wide. And there's going to be some super flash sales as well. And there's add-on deals over $3.99. This is going to be a banger, friends. This is going to be a banger. Also, Mrs. P mentioned the V Cure.
Right here.
Hey, everybody's been asking about it. Well,
Pre-orders November 28th.
let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my hands on one, man. Can't wait to get my hands on one. So, if you're interested, check it out. You can stack my promo code Pigeons420 as well on some of those. The flash sales are not available to stack my promo code on, but all my other ones, man, Pigeons420. Pigeons420. Okay. Brandon Russ, Tasty Genetics. Brandon Russ is such a great dude. I've had him on From the Stash. It was a great conversation. Shout out to him. Yep. Duck Rogers, Herder Edibles.
Snoop.
No.
That'd be epic.
What I would suggest is if you guys are like members of any of those communities, if you watch, maybe not Snoop, might be a little tough.
If you can get him,
to
let
get
us
his
know.
agent on with- reach out to them. If you're in the comment section, I'm telling you, the power of the community is incredible, because the only reason that Rob, Chris, and I are together is because the comment section friggin' 5 years ago, it's crazy to even say that, my kid was 9 years old. 5 years ago, my comment section lit up with people that were like, yo, you need to go check out CLTV. Go check out CLTV. Go hang out. Go hang out with CLTV. And at this time, back then, it was like the collaborations were like unheard of. 5 years ago was a different time back then. It's crazy to say that, but it was the truth. And so, man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to him. And I was like, hey, dude, have you been? First of all, I was like, have you been reaching out to me, dude? I gotta find these comments, to be honest with you. I was like, have you been reaching out to me, man? He's like, no. But he's like, my comment section has been lit up with people saying, go check out Pigeons 420, dude. Go check out Pigeons 420. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I figured you put out some kind of call that was like, yo, go get Pigeons. He's like, nah, dude. I was like, wow. So literally our communities at the same time were like, dude, you guys need to fuck with each other.
I feel like your guys' personalities are just so similar that it made sense.
Two good-looking dudes just on a hustle.
I did shoot my shot with a lot of these suggestions in the chat, just so you guys know. I could do it again, but I did not hear back from Seth Rogen or Willie Nelson. I did meet Jim.
Shout out to Mrs. P for trying to get us all trying to get us these peeps, man.
Hey, man, you don't know unless you try.
Hey,
and
here's some peeps I would like to have on. I'll be honest with you. I would love to have on Thomas, Dope as Yola. That would be
that'd be
great.
sweet.
I would love to have on Koala.
Should be sweet too.
Yeah, Angela. Great. I would love to have on, man. Dude, I've talked to a few people. I would love to get Mr. Canuck on, Matt on. Him and I actually have a fucking history. But he's tough. He's a tough guy to get a hold of. But I'll be honest with you, dudes. I'll be honest. I would like to sit down and talk to some ladies in the space. Okay, I'm a ladies man. Nah, dude, I just feel like I just look at my list of everyone I've talked to, and it's all dudes. I shout out to Mama Kush 420. She was one of the original people on the channel, and yeah, she's my token girl, pretty much. Aside from Mrs. P, shout out Mrs. P, my co-host. Cupins would be cool, Bendo. Yeah, Cupins would be cool.
I met Jim Belushi, but I fangirled too hard to really talk to him.
Yep,
so.
she did.
And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I interrupted a conversation that Rob was having with him so that I could get a picture.
Probably. Maybe. Yeah.
So
Well.
Apologies.
Yep. Cannabis Queen. I'm not familiar with Cannabis Queen. There is a all-female cannabis brand here in Missouri named Kindway Farms. I've heard of it, actually. Kindway Farms, if I'm not mistaken. Brina could be a cool guest. Oh, let's go. Shout out to Brina. How about the guy from the Headstead Garden channel? Oh yeah, Two Worlds United. That'd be very cool, Michael. Yeah, that'd be very cool. Mr. Spliff, very cool. Okay, great ideas. Great ideas. I appreciate you guys for that. I really do. I really do. However, without further ado, I cannot wait. We've got Mr. GT, Mr. WTTGT, awaiting our arrival for a wonderful time and sit-down conversation, and I cannot wait to do it. So I think without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, grab something to smoke, get yourself something to drink, because we've got a great conversation to be had. So, let's go.
Come on and lift your glass. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We got Mr. GT himself in the building. Welcome to the Grow Tent, dude. How you doing, man?
Dude, anytime I get to hang out with my buddy P, I'm doing good.
Dude, right back at you, man. Right back at you, dude. I hit you up, and I was like, bro, I know you've been on the show already. Actually, first, I was like, dude, I don't know why you haven't been on the show already. That was the first message I sent.
Yeah.
The second message was like, whoa, wait, I'm stoned. You've been on once. I'd love to have you on again. And you're like, actually, I've been on twice.
Yeah, I've actually been on twice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, shit, that's right, dude. When you came on for the discussion about when your Patreon was deleted.
Yeah, not a great time
No.
in remembrance, but you know, stuff happens. You got to be kind of used to it whenever you're in this, area. My Instagram's been deleted 6 times so far, so.
Yeah, dude, it's just part of the game, brother. If you haven't been deleted, you ain't doing it. You're not doing it right.
I think Neil and Heaven are just going through something right now with YouTube where they can't live stream or something anymore, or they're not gonna show plants anymore or something. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, you and I both. We've been in this long enough to know now kind of how the algorithm works, if you will. Like, I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but it's like I know what it doesn't want, and that is for me on my channel, full on plants, dude. As soon as you put a plant in there,
it's weird. Like some channels, they can put plants all the time. I showed a drawing of a plant one time and it got age restricted, like of a fan leaf. I did a little simple drawing. I was showing people about like burnt tips. It age restricted the video for a hand drawn leaf.
Dude, you're an artist. Of course they did. Yeah. They knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, they knew exactly. The AI recognized it immediately and was like,
yeah, damn it. Yeah, I last I heard they got nailed during a live stream for quote unquote distributing controlled substances, which is one I think we're quite common with getting from time to time around here.
That's one they always hammer me with whenever I show the plants too much. I have figured out I can show plants like once every like 15 videos, and the AI is okay with it, but it can't be video of the plants. I can just do an inset picture, like take a picture and overlay it into the screen, and for some reason the AI doesn't pick up the overlay of the picture of the plants. But if I do it with video, or it's the main focus of the video, they'll hammer it instantly.
Dude, I didn't even know that myself, brother. I didn't even know that myself in regards to a still image. I've never tried that.
Yeah, it was just a still image, and then you have to do it on the multiple layers. And for some reason, I don't know if it can't see it or it just doesn't pay attention to it. It's whenever you layer it into the background that it doesn't see it.
It is only a matter of time before they come for us.
Yeah, it's coming, because there used to be a bunch of different ways that I could hide the plants. We'd put like little pictures of fake tomatoes or something on the plant, and it would not recognize it for a while, but then it grew out of that, and it was able to distinguish that those were still cannabis leaves.
I'd be curious if we went through all the videos and like all the ones that have been, all the plants that have been dressed up like Christmas trees, dude. I'm curious if they get flagged. I'm curious if they can pick those up.
Well, I think I think the AI has gotten really, really smart about looking at that kind of stuff. Because before, if you just hung a few plastic tomatoes on the plant, it instantly recognized it as tomato plant, and now it doesn't.
Yeah, I that's just it. And so for me, I've just decided to not. From him. I've just decided to not do plants at all. I've decided to not do plants at all because it's so much easier to deliver the information that I want to give and not have to worry about sweating over just getting age restricted and suppressed and so forth. So there's legitimately, I can actually get okay, actually, now that you're saying this and I'm just saying this, I can get away with doing thumbnails with weed in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
But I can't get away with it in the video itself, because like if you scroll through my videos, I've got pictures of weed on my thumbnails everywhere.
Yeah.
That's interesting, dude.
Yeah, especially if you do like the AI renderings of weed.
Yep.
Like you can do like you have the AI make it, and then
Yeah.
it doesn't recognize it as a real picture, and you can get around it with that too.
We will always be smarter, my man. Using AI to defeat AI, brother.
I've actually asked what's that other AI? I've asked them, like, what can I do to kind of like sidestep around this kind of stuff, but we're still maintaining in the rules that won't get me in trouble. And it'll actually come up with like bullet points of like, try this and try this and try
Good.
this. Yeah.
And do they all work, or do you know?
No, not all of them. Like
But
we've tried a few of them, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But they're all very like safe kind of stuff. It's like, instead of saying this, because it will tell you, it's like the words you're saying will trigger the AI to come look at your videos harder. So
yes. Yeah. What we say is huge too, man.
And the other thing is smoke. So the AI, it was telling me that like the smoke on the screen, it's like, don't even have like fake video graphic smoke, because it'll trigger the AI to
especially
look
if
at your
you're
stuff harder.
Especially if you're already under the microscope, right? If you're doing like dirt bike videos and you got smoke on the screen, sure, right?
Yeah,
or,
no biggie.
Yeah, like dog massage ASMR videos, sure. But
yeah, that's all good. But as soon as I got to the point where I'm kind of like the same as you, because we used to show plants in all of our videos for fucking years and years and years. I mean, it was. I always tell people, I'm like, look, if you want to see plants in my videos, I got 300 of them on my channel. Go look at any of them. They're still up.
Yep.
I'm like, you can go look at any of them.
You kept them up too, dude. You still have all the plant ones on?
All the plant ones. I've got, I think, close to 850 videos on my channel now, and they all of the, I've had to delete a few of them, but
naturally
a few of them, I don't know what it was. I guess the colas were too big or something, and the AI is like, no, that's too gratuitous. You got to take that down.
You're doing too good, dude. This is looking very juicy.
This is looking
enticing.
This is looking a little too frosty, GT. You're gonna have to pull these down. Those colas are the size of 2-liter bottles, and they're everywhere. You're gonna have to take that
everywhere,
down.
Dude. Yeah, it's like, okay, AI, sure,
well,
you
dude,
jealous tool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like right now, we have a. I say we, but it's just me. We have a PK.
It's your community. I get it.
Yeah, it's my community. That's what I say. When I say we, like us as a community. I have a video where I was like, let's do a video where we only flowered with PK booster. So we're not giving any other nutrients, anything like that. And we just did flower. We still grew them in ocean forest, so they're still in soil. And then the entire time, all they've gotten is PK booster and CalMag, or PK booster and mag sulfur, depending on what week of flower they're in. And I didn't want the results to be like this, but they're off the charts.
Really?
Like, I've never seen. Yeah, I mean, I dropped part 1 of the video the other day, and at week 4, they're in part 1 they were only in week 4 of flower. It's in a 6x4 tent, but from corner to corner, front to back, I mean, there's 2-foot colas all over the entire tent already at week 4. It's 1 week after the stretch, and there's monsters everywhere. And we haven't given these things any nutrients besides a PK booster. They're for the entire.
Insane.
It's insane. And at the same time, it's super dangerous, because when new people are going to see this, PK boosters are very dangerous because they're very concentrated. So new people are going to see this and like, oh, I could just use PK boosters. And I got to tell you, the line that we're riding up with between burning them all up and then feeding them just enough to get them to grow like this it's very tight. It's very tight tightrope that we're walking here.
Dude, that's insane. I'd be curious, how much did you feed them going into veg or coming out of veg?
Well, whenever they were in veg, I don't really feed at all in veg, because I grew in pre-amended. So yeah, I grew in pre-amended soil, so it's already got the food in there. And then I put up an entire schedule of exactly what I fed them, how much I fed them, the amount of water they were giving, the amount of soil they are in. So in that last video I put up, I did the entire, like, this is exactly what I did. This is the exact the amount of light I've been running. We even got into when I was giving mycorrhiza and not to slow down the amount of food that they were able to uptake with the PK boosters. When I'd see them getting close to start burning, we actually started restricting the mycorrhiza, just because mycorrhiza and the roots work symbiotically together. And if you put more in there, they'll actually uptake more of it. So we started restricting it with giving them less mycorrhiza.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. Well, at least to hear you're pushing the limits with that, dude. And I didn't even know that I didn't even know that you could like utilize because I do know that, you know, mycorrhizae does work, you know, hand in hand. It works very well. Yeah. It's very beneficial to.
It's not like it's a huge amount. Uptake. Yeah, it's not like it's a huge amount, but it was just something that I could tailor back to kind of help them not get too burned up, because it's just it's a very dangerous line. With
so what do you think your ppm would have been, for example, coming out of like going from veg to flower? Because you said they were in flower, right? They were doing great, right? Yeah. So I would just like, I'm trying to figure. I would assume, because remember, I'm like, there's like 2 stones up here that like rattle around most of the time. So you know, it's like I would assume that maybe they were using some of the residual, you know, some of that early nitrogen, some of that early cal.
Oh, they definitely work, because whenever we go into flower, we always transplant into fresh soil. So they go from Happy Frog when they're in veg. And then the day before I transplanted into flower, they went from 5 gallons to 7 gallons into Ocean Forest. And that Ocean Forest was sitting, I blended 3 bags together, and it was the runoff ppm was like a 2,800. So they went in with a fresh 2,800 ppm mix of soil. But then I started feeding them the PK booster in week 1 with that fresh soil. So it was
that's cool.
And I just took the week 7 pictures yesterday for the part 2 of the video. And I mean, they're monstrosities. They're like they are so heavy. Like the entire colas have just, I mean, everything's like this big around and starting just pulling over from the weight of the cola. I'm like, I had a really big like personal problem. I was like, I don't think I should put this information out. I was like, this is going to lead to a lot of burnt gardens. If you're a new grower, you shouldn't be messing with PK boosters, just because you're going to burn your stuff up if you use too much of it.
Yeah, sure. It's a good caveat. And as long as you're being transparent in regards to, hey, this is an experiment. I'm pushing the limits of reality here. And I'm trying to find out what's good, what's not.
Yeah, I put on a really big warning on the front of the first part 1 of the video. I'm like, listen, I was like, if you're new, don't try this. I was like, I know you're going to, but please don't.
Of course. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. There's people that there's also writing on side little packets when you buy a piece of stereo equipment that says, do not eat this. But you know there's people eating it anyway. So you can't save them all.
Just try it for a second.
Yeah, right. As we get before we get too deep into this, I wanted to mention that you and I are actually in the same studio right now. We are in James Cameron's studios. And dude, I'm telling you, you're looking pretty fly over there with the colors and the depth. It looks fantastic. Your studio looks amazing, dude. Hats off.
Thank you. I've got this giant. Whenever I ordered this neon sign back here, I actually didn't know it was that big. That thing's actually 10 foot behind me. And so whenever I walk to it, it's half as tall as I am. It's 4 foot freaking tall. And I'm like, when I got it, the wife's like, there is some gigantic package on the porch for you. And whenever I was ordering, I was like, oh, this sounds good. This sounds good. 48 inches tall. This will be cool. I'm like, that's as tall as a fence.
It's a fence. Yeah. No kidding. Those front yard fences, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just kind of one of those things where I was like, but it came out really cool, and it can be 10 foot away and still looks decent.
Yes,
size
dude.
For the picture.
I love it, dude. I love it. For me in my shots, I love that you have yours so far away, because as I put my hand over here and see it just goes purple, my face is purple. Like there's a lot of splash. That's because I'm like a foot away. So it's like your color is really nice, really mint.
Yeah, it's at least, I don't know, probably 8 foot behind me. And then like you've got your LED at the top. Well, mine's just out of shot, but I've got mine up there too. But you can see I put crown molding around it, so you can't actually see the LED lights, and all you see is the glow over the top of the crown molding on above the 3D wall back there.
I can't see that because Mrs. P pulled the shot down a little deep, but I 100% get it. Did you know there's a saying out there that LEDs?
How about that?
There we go.
You see it there now?
Yeah. Mrs. P was pulling it for me. Let me see it one more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah. There you go. You can see actually it's got crown molding
Okay.
up
You see,
there.
that's
So I hid,
nice.
I hid because that mine looks exactly like what yours looks like with just all those little LED
Yeah.
ribbons. But you can hide it with crown molding, and then you just get the glow around the top, and you can't actually see the
See
light
the
strands.
lights.
And that all you do is put a piece of crown molding around it, and you don't even have to do the whole room. You can just do what's in the shot, and then you lose all the dots, and you just get the glow.
Yeah. Okay. 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 I'm on to you, dude.
So,
It's a great idea. I
yeah,
have edge like the edge corners. I didn't put them
yeah.
up. It was already up here, but or did I? Did we?
did.
Oh, we did. Oh, yes, we did because I probably did a sloppy job on my edge work. But dude, the crown molding is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's a great idea. Dude, it's a journey, man. You know, I've been watching your studio upgrade over the years, and it's like I really enjoy watching you create your studio space because it's like it's an inspiration for me to have a space that I call home, and you know, I hope I can do the same to others because, dude, when we got into this, it was Motorola's and you know, lines going through the screen, like
Yeah.
there was no studios and stuff and sets.
No, nor were there the videos to like show you how to like set up your lighting so you get the perfect amount
Oh,
of
you're
lighting
right.
where you're still lit up, but the backdrop is dark with just the lighting effects cascading across. There
Yes.
wasn't videos for that back then, and now it's like, oh, look how well I'm lit up, and then it's still shadowy behind me with the
Right.
correct amount of lighting.
Yeah. There was none of that, dude. There was none of that. No, some of my favorite videos to watch though were well, not back then, but like as we were getting along, were studio videos. As people like
Yeah.
a lot of
I still watch
gamers.
'em.
Yeah, same here,
I
dude.
still watch
Same
'em.
here, dude. And it's like it's just great inspiration, man. I love seeing the
Yeah.
tech that goes behind it, and it's like it essentially turns into a cockpit, right? Like that's your zone.
Yeah.
That's the station. So it's I love that kind of stuff, dude. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is like where if I'm going to come up and play video games or whatever. This is kind of like my little area. I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders the last last week.
What do you think of it?
I'm addicted, man. You know, the extraction shooter. It's I'm a big video game guy. You know, we used to play Call of Duty together all the
We
time.
need to do it some
and,
more. We need to do it more.
dude, I haven't played Call of Duty since I'm on PC. The amount of cheaters,
Dude,
it really
yep.
it's insane.
Have you tried Battlefield yet?
I haven't tried Battlefield. I was getting ready to do it, and then my buddy's like, "Hey, you should come play Arc Raiders with
Smart,
me." He's like,
smart.
He goes, "The game's only 40, like $39 right now."
Yeah.
He
Yep.
goes, "Come do it. It's an extraction shooter." The cool thing is just the level of stress on an extraction shooter. You're like, I've got all this good loot, and I got to try to get to this elevator to get out of here that everybody else is trying to get to, and that stress doesn't drop until the elevator
course,
doors
you're
close and
out.
you're out of there. It's it's like playing Tarkov or any of that other
Yeah,
kind of stuff. It's like the same
okay.
kind of deal.
I didn't know it was an extraction shooter.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. My buddy Jam Jam, he's trying to get me onto it right now. But like,
it's
dude,
great.
I spend so much. I spend so much money on video games. It's ridiculous. And then it's like you don't play any of them, dude. I got an entire drawer here of video games that I've played maybe one time, two times.
Yeah, this is not that. This is one you would play a lot.
Okay, well, that is
It's
good to hear.
costing me sleep. It's costing me sleep, and I already don't get a ton of sleep.
I feel you on that, dude. Well, when either A, I'm gonna switch over to Arc Raiders, or B, you come over to RedSec. That's the free Battlefield,
That's the Battlefield like
BR,
Warzone type.
the Battle
thing.
Royale. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? It's got its own issues, but like for reasons that you said in regards to cheaters, the game doesn't play like I feel like it should. It's just
Yeah.
it feels like it's meant for kids, dude. But RedSec is a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, I watch a lot of streamers and stuff that I like. I still like watching Twitch.
Me too.
So
Yeah, me too, dude.
It's one of those things where I like my wife's like, you're watching other people play video games. I'm like, you don't get it, okay?
You don't get it. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you just don't understand.
That's too funny, dude. I'm very appreciative. Mrs. P is very understanding of my my gaming addiction, and that's one thing. And by understand, she sit over there and goes, "No,
No.
She just leaves me to it. You know, she just
Yeah.
leaves me to it, right?" She's like, "Yeah,
She's like, you're getting upset up there. Why are you? Well, how was that fun? I'm like, you don't understand.
you don't understand. We're not having this conversation. We're not having this conversation, dude. What are you doing for projects right now? What do you got going on?
Let's see. I did a collaboration with Dark Horse, and we made
Yeah.
Ragnarok, which was their Bruce Banner S3 crossed with one of my lines, and so that went really well. And
Good for
I've
you,
got
dude.
I've got Generation 2 of me and Mr. Growit's Magic Candy Mountain OG. It'll be out. I'm shooting for around April 20th of next year for the Generation 2 drop. I was talking with Chris. I don't know, I guess it was probably 3 or 4 months ago, and I was like, look, I got two mothers sitting here of the Magic Candy Mountain OG. I go, and one pheno is the one that smells like cotton candy, and they've been testing out around 29%. So just fire all around. I'm not the biggest candy, like fruity kind of guy. I'm like more skunky, diesely kind of stuff, but this will change your mind. And then I go, I also got one that's kind of lemony, earthy, orangey. And I go, I think that one's a little too close to your chill out OG. And I go, I think the mother with with the cotton candy pheno, I go, I really think that's what we should concentrate on. That's what everybody seems to like. It won a freaking cannabis cup with somebody else growing it. It was great. And then he goes, I'm in 100% agreement. So I gave away the lemony, earthy, orangey mother, and then we pushed forward with the one that smelled like cotton candy. And we're making progress. Usually it takes me about, a year to get stuff before I, stabilize it, test it, that kind of stuff before I'll release it again. So I'm hoping to be around April 20th, 420 next year for the drop to go live.
Sweet, dude. That'll be epic, dude. I can't wait to be a part of that one. That'll be
Yeah.
exciting, man.
You guys got something coming out pretty shortly with Swank. I was pretty excited about that one.
Dude, thank you. Yes, yeah, we do. We're hoping it's same thing. It's like you're never ready, is what I feel like. It's like
you're never ready.
Never, man.
Especially when you're doing your early generation stuff. I'm like, there's so many variables and stuff like that, which that's one of the nice parts about having a community that kind of the size that I do. Like, I don't ever sell any of my genetics. I give them all out for free to anybody that's a member on my site. So anything I make, anybody that's a member on my my webpage over at wttgt.com, anybody that's a member, they get everything I make. I just send it to them for free. So it's one of the decent perks of the membership besides the video consults, which I do about 40 to 50 video consults a week. And it's really turned into a full-time job doing it. So,
dude, that's epic. That's epic. I'm glad to hear that for you, man. That's very exciting.
But I'm definitely excited to see your guys' new stuff coming out. I'm pretty. I was telling Rob the other day, I was like, I hope you guys sell so many it crashes the website.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's more so that it's like, I'm excited to just have good quality genetics go to my people, Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, I've watched I've big names in our space squander good opportunities. And it's like, I had that fleeting moment at times where it's like, I think I can do better. I think I can do that better. And then now as I watch time goes on, it's like now that thought turned into, I know I can do better, man.
Yep.
And I want to do that, dude. I really want to just provide something that speaks to me, that I think really portrays, me and what I really think is good quality flower. So yeah, it makes sense to me now, dude. If you asked me this question it's been a year already. It's crazy to think. But if you had asked me this question 2 years ago, 3 years ago about doing genetics, I would have been like, I don't know. It's like there's the typical thing is like, there's so much out there, dude. There's so many genetics, so many varieties. I just want to try everything. Yeah. But then at a certain point, it's like, dude, it takes a long time to grow weed, man. It's not like I can just have this overnight. It's not like I go to the store and pick a selection of the candy bar and I'm like, I like this one. No, I want this one in the next purchase. It's like, I got to wait 5-6 months. So it's like, I just want it to be good and all the time. And so that's it right there, dude. And so I hope with passion will come, business. And then of course, that'll fuel the next endeavors and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm very excited too, man. I get it now. I understand where your passion comes from when it comes to trying to produce the best possible genetic, man.
Yeah. You actually really have to like doing this. That's why you see those people where you say squander opportunities. You actually really have to like doing this, because if you don't, it comes through really easily, and people see it and they're like, oh, this is just a money grab kind of deal. And if you don't really like doing this, it always shows through.
Right.
Whenever I started doing this, had never had any intention. I was just making stuff for me. I was like, well, I really like this and I really like
Mm-hmm.
this. And it was more of a medical kind of journey for me. I was like, I have ADHD and anxiety, and I was just looking for things that I had. I had this strain that worked really well for this, and I had this strain that worked really well for this. I was like, I just want one that's really good for both. And I just, like everything, I was just filming what I was doing for the channel. I was just filming what I was doing anyway. And people are like, whenever I got done with making some of my first lines, I guess it was almost 8 years ago now, people are like, hey, we want those. I go, what do you mean you want these? These are mine. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you want them? They're like, no, we want those. And I was like, okay. Well, then I just started sending them out, and it really started just like that. There was never like, I'm going to start selling genetics. I mean, I still do not sell them. I still give them out for free to anybody that hangs out on my webpage. I still don't even sell them. And it's just one of those things that I'm doing it anyway. And if anybody ever buys any of my t-shirts or anything, I always just throw free stuff in there with it. So
It's a great method, dude, because why not? And it
Yeah.
it helps build community, man. It helps to it helps to build community because people want to grow great stuff, and at the same time, it's like you would also like to see people grow great stuff and then hear back from them too, right?
it's always fun because I always get tagged in a ton of Instagram posts on people are like, look at this. And there's like a few of my lines that are grown in like cultivation facilities now, and you can find them in dispensaries. I have nothing to do with it. I get no commission from it, but they're there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, good for you. Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Spreading the seed, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Spreading the
Literally.
seed. Yeah, literally, dude. So the last time you and I talked, we talked about this briefly before we hit the record button, but the last time we talked, it was your Patreon, dude. You lost your Patreon.
Yeah, it was
And
huge. It sucked.
just to recap real quick, what happened and has there been any repercussion?
I mean, I was literally out in my garage. It was I think it was like a Thursday morning. I was in the garage swapping tires on my Camaro because I was going to a racetrack that weekend, yeah, a track day, and I was just changing the tires from the regular street tires over to like the slick style tires so I can hang on better around the corners. And I just got an email that said Patreon Trust and Safety Team has flagged your account and it is being deleted. And I had no recourse whatsoever. They're like, well, we can't actually, it was our AI that flagged the account. We can't actually see anything that anywhere where you've broke any of our terms of service, but we don't ever override the AI. And I was like, there was just, I mean, I talked on the phone, emails, everything. The crappiest part is like how bad I felt for the people that had like bought year-long subscriptions, because some of these people maybe they might have just bought it the month before and they turned my account off and I couldn't do anything about it. And I'm like, look, and then they took like 15 grand worth of money out of my account that I had in there, and they were just like, oh yeah, that's all gone.
Insane, man.
Yeah. At the time, I think I had the biggest canna content related Patreon on the planet. So at the time, and it was rather ridiculous. It all just went away in an instant. And I actually, I really depended on that money coming in every month.
Of course, dude. Of course you did. Naturally,
The bad
man.
part was it was like a month and a half after I reduced my hours at my regular job from 40 down to 24. I was like, I'm going to do the regular job part-time because we've got plenty of money coming in from the Patreon and stuff. And it's like a month and a half after I did that, it deleted my Patreon. It was all gone.
Dude, that's tragic, bro. And
Yeah.
so you haven't heard anything, nothing in back
Oh no,
about
they're done. The bad part is I still get messages, like message alerts from Patreon of people messaging the page, and it just looks like I'm a dick and not responding to them, and it's not me. I would love to respond to you. I physically can't, because I literally can't log into Patreon. I can't see anything, can't do anything with it. So, but on the bright side, it did lead me to building my own website. So I control the subscriptions, I control everything. It's not on some third party thing. It's all mine now. So Instead of paying whatever the 20% fees are or whatever a month, it's just I pay like 1.3%. So
Well, that's
just to have a card
way better.
processor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yep.
it actually ended up better in the long run, but it made for a really crappy 6 months while I was trying to rebuild
Of
everything.
course, man. Of course, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of the things. It's like I've been trying to like have a conversation with people about, if you're going to get into content creation and you want to get into having an online presence, how important it is to have a home base, to have
Yeah.
a website, to have some place where you bring the people in that want to be a part of your community, where you can, regardless of any other platform, have a place where you can kind of have a town square. So if something happens to you, you can be like, hey, I've been deleted on YouTube. This is my new channel, and or this is my course of action kind of thing,
Yeah, it's nice because like anybody that's ever bought any merch or anything like that, it keeps actually a file with just their email accounts. I don't have any idea whose names they are, whatever they go to, but it keeps like a secondary file with just email accounts, no other information, to where if anything does ever happen on any of them, I can just send an email blast out to everybody. I'm like, hey, look, we're moving over here in case you don't know where to find us.
Okay. Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Smart. That's the way to do it, dude. That's the way to do it. We've been in this long enough that you got to kind of learn how to take the lumps and then kind of how to get over it and keep moving with it. Yeah. No, that's cool.
So.
That's cool, man. So where you're at, are you seeing a transition in the weather right now from you getting a bunch of snow?
Yeah, not snow yet, but it did we were in the like mid 70s last week, and then this week we're highs in like the 30s.
Okay, highs in the 30s. Okay.
That's Fahrenheit.
Yep. So you're freezing essentially, right?
We're right at the freezing level where it could snow, but we haven't had any. Yeah, it hasn't yet.
Do you do any snow activities like outdooring, like any like snowboarding, sledding?
The kids like to go sledding and stuff, and I'll go out there and hang out with them, but I don't do like go down the hills or anything like that.
Dude, how old are your kids again, if you don't mind me asking?
13 and 11.
Right. Okay, so ours
they're
are
at
very
the
similar.
age where they're at the age where it's cool for dad to go drop them off to places and not hang out with them anymore. I'm like, listen, your dad's cooler than any of those kids you're gonna hang
You're
out
damn
with.
right he is.
I was like, I'll dress up as Ricky GT and drop you off.
I'll be right there, dude.
Dude, they're like, no, please leave the wrestling belt at home.
Yeah, not again, Dad. Not again. Not here.
Yeah, because I picked them up from school like that before. They're like, oh my God, Dad.
Why? Why do you do this to us? Because I love you.
Yeah.
I earned
because
this.
I love you and it's funny.
That's right. This
But
is the dad
I'll go up
tax.
there. I'll have the wrestling belt over one shoulder, and I'll have our French bulldog Bella in the other hand. And I'll just be down at the end of the sidewalk yelling like, "Woo! Come on, guys, we're right down here."
Woo! Yeah, smart,
they
dude.
love it.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious, man. I can relate to the sledding now because man, I didn't realize there was many years, perhaps all of my 20s, where I didn't do any tobogganing. Then all of a sudden you have kids, and then you start tobogganing, and then you start to realize, wow, this doesn't feel good at all. This is quite painful. Yeah. You're like,
this is painful.
There's nothing more than like a millimeter or two separate of thin plastic.
Yeah, like this is just ground. We're traveling faster over the hard ground than normal. This is no cushion to this. You have to go someplace like Aspen or something where they got 3 foot of flour, of fluffy powder.
Some flour,
fluffy powder before you're like, oh, that's not so bad. And then, but around
but
here,
that's not even where you go fast, dude. Right? Like you said, that's the slow stuff. Yeah, you said it. Yeah, it's not as fun, dude. My back was killing me. I only went maybe 3 times. I was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, it's the same reason. Like I can't go. I used to really be into dirt bikes, and I used to be really into playing paintball. Like we would do competitive paintball. We traveled around for it, and I'm 46 now. And my knees are just like, no, you're done playing paintball and riding motocross, because the next day I'm like, look, I got frozen bags of peas on my knees for 3 days. That's like, I think we're done with that.
2 things about that. I noticed how you looked over at your number chart where you're crossing off all the years on how old you are, to figure out how old you are. That was good too.
Which one are we
what have I
here?
crossed off this year? 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
46.
that one. And the peas on the knees, dude. I get that one too, brother. I understand that, man. I'm in more pain now than I've been in a very long time. And the worst thing, I used to do paintballing and tobogganing, and the worst thing that I'm doing now, dude, sleeping, brother. I
Just wake up in pain.
in pain. I go to sleep
Yeah.
reasonably okay, and then I wake up. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, my back, my neck, my knees, my leg.
You know, the nice part is we're lucky enough that we have a magical plant that can help
Yeah.
with all of these aches and pains. And I will literally have like dugouts or whatever just laying right next to the bed. And before I even get up, I'm like, yep,
Mm-hmm.
let's start the day off and we'll be okay.
Yep, smart, dude. Yep, smart. I also have a very compassionate wife that'll take care of some of those aches and pains for me. With
Oh, nice.
little Ben Gay or a little
Yeah.
bit of. Oh, speaking of Ben Gay, did you know that the last time? Okay, you were in the chat once, like not even a month ago, 2 months ago maybe it was now. I think it was a month, and then you came in there, and I gave you your very standard welcome. And I was like, boy, my high school crush has arrived. Dude, there was a guy in the chat who has since apologized. Let me just start with that. But there was a guy in the chat that was like, this is the gayest shit I've ever seen. I didn't know Pigeons was a homosexual. And
Look, I can't have hobbies anymore. Come on.
No,
Yeah.
but he didn't say it in the chat though. He left it.
he's like, this is some gay shit or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
He says this, and then I thought he was I thought it was a joke because, like,
Yeah, of course.
it was some gay shit, and so he ends up taking this to Twitter, taking this to X, and yeah, dude, and he starts off with, not that I care. And then leaves a
you care.
He cared, dude. He cared. He had like a paragraph, and he's like, he called me out for being a homo and all this shit.
Wow, he's
and
really upset.
dude, he was so upset. And I just
Like, my
responded,
wife's running the controls over here. Just, you know.
yeah, right. I know, and that's what Rob's comment was. He's like, he's married with a kid, dude.
Yeah.
A
If anything,
14-year-old.
it's bi, not gay.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just
now the running
curious,
joke
dude.
is that my name is Doug.
Yeah, the
and
joke
I'm,
is my
I'm
wife's
the
name's
beard.
Yeah, that's so yeah, he went on, and so needless to say, I was like, this is the gayest comment I've ever read, as he goes on and just knocks me and stuff, and so this went on
I mean,
for
what are you
like,
gonna do? What can you do about the comments? You
I don't care.
can't,
Yeah,
you can't give them any thought to it.
most of the time I try to feed into it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a certain point where it's like, you can't fight stupid with stupid, right? So it's like, what I can do though is I can have fun with it though, man.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So yeah, I double down a lot of the times too, and when it comes to negative comments, it's like, don't take it personal, man. Don't take it personal. It's no different
Zero
than
time on it.
being on the highway and just some disgruntled guy yelling something from the sidewalk. It's like, you could pull over and say, what did you say?
Yeah, he might be armed. He might not be the way on that side of the border up there, but down here, that's a risk. I always tell
You're
my wife, I'm like,
absolutely
"Don't
right.
honk." I'm like, what are you doing? You don't honk at somebody. You don't know what kind of day he's having. You don't know what kind of crazy is in that car.
Yeah, he'll
you don't know if he's
Russell
got a
Crowe you.
firearm. Yeah, it's like, you don't know if there's he'll Russell Crowe you.
You seen
You
that
don't even know what
Unhinged?
a bad day is.
Yeah, you have no idea. Dude, you're absolutely right though, man. You have no idea.
No honking. Yeah, like the kids aren't in the car. You honk all you want. I go,
Yeah,
"No,
yeah.
Don't honk."
Yeah, when the
'Cause
kids
you're not
aren't.
gonna have to fight him. I'm gonna have to get out of the car.
Yeah, that's right. This is not your problem.
You just let him be. He cut us off. I understand.
It
It
is-
sucks. Just let him go.
I totally agree with you, dude. I totally agree with you. You gotta just let it go, man. And
Yeah.
like, you have every right to be upset or frustrated. It's just, but then
internalize it.
that's it. You're in full control of your emotions, man. And
Correct.
car or road rage and that shit is just, it's stupid. No
Yeah,
thanks.
I get a lot of the comments like it's not as bad as it used to be, because like whenever I first started the channel, I don't know, over a decade ago now. Whenever I first started the channel, the kind of stuff that I was saying, like turn your lights down, raise the lights up, don't water as often, don't feed as often, these were all like sacrilegious things that I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And the hate that I used to get in like the comment section, they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't know, plants look pretty fucking good, because if I don't know what I'm talking about, I was like, these ain't somebody else's. I'm growing them just like what I'm talking about. And it was just kind of one of those things. The hate comments have definitely dwindled down, but I still get them. You don't know what kind of days people are having.
That's it.
They just get on there and start typing, and I'm just like, hey man,
Let her go.
difference of opinions, it's no big deal. I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it. We'll just leave it that way and part as friends.
That's it. It's all you can do, right? That's all you can do. You can't let it bother you, man.
Yeah.
The hardest comments I always, and I say this often, the hardest comments that I have taking in are the ones that are true.
Yeah.
The ones that are like, those people,
Like, oof.
the ones that dig, right? It's like, I know this. And it's like, it's like, those are the ones where it's like, they either they pick out typically it's like, it's a mistake or a flaw or something I'm doing wrong. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's either, because if I didn't know, I'd be like, oh my God, yes, thank you. But it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's like, I know I ramble a lot. Oh, and I really did ramble that episode. Oh.
Yeah, but we're at the same time, we're not showing plants or anything like that. That's like what we are. They're like, I get a lot of the comment I get a lot is like, they're like, it's a 10-minute video with 4 minutes of information. I'm like, yeah, look, I understand. I'm stretching it out here. I was like, you get more watch time the longer the video is. I don't know what to tell you.
It's part of the game, dude.
Blame the algorithm. Don't blame me.
Yeah, it's part of the game, dude. Don't blame me. That's
I
right.
don't know what's been going on, but the algorithm seems to be letting up on my channel a bit. Some of my
Oh,
3,000 or 4,000 view jail.
sorry. Say that one more time. Your camera's freezing a little bit, or it's me though. It's me though. It's not you. There we go.
No, okay.
There we go. We're back.
But no, I was saying that something with the algorithm seems to be letting up a slightly bit on my channel because some of my videos have been getting 20, 30, 40,000 views again. And for a while there, I was locked in like 3,000 to 4,000 view jail.
Yes, dude. Yes. Me too. Me too. But
Yeah.
dude, I honestly believe that it has a lot to do with the fact that you're abiding by the rules, dude.
Yeah.
You're following the guidelines. And I'm not saying everything you're doing follows the rules or follows the guidelines, because I'll say it I'll speak in my own for myself, sorry, is that I know there's things that I'm doing that are over the top that I'm doing because I got the green light. You know what I mean? It's like, I also feel like I'm finally finding the luck of the algorithm. I feel like I'm finally getting a little traction in regards to, I'm in the partnership program. It's like they've accepted me a little bit, right? And it's like, I don't want to lose that, man.
Yeah, the biggest thing whenever I talk to the guys at YouTube, it has a lot to do with how many of your videos they age restrict over a 10 video, like in 10 videos in a row. If they have to age restrict 3 or more of them, that's an automatic out. And if it's 5 videos out of the last 20, then they will kick you out. So as long as you keep under those numbers, they doesn't kick you out of the partner program. It's whenever you go over that age restriction too many times in a set amount of videos.
Okay, you're talking to somebody at YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Really, dude?
Yeah.
I need a guy.
Well, I just wanted.
Did you plant him?
To...
Is it somebody you knew that you planted?
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was literally just, you can message them. Like, they have like a creator thing on there, and you can just message at people back and forth. I'm like, I told him, I was like, I just want to stay in the rules. I'm just looking for help to do it.
That's it, dude. That's all I'm looking for is clarity, brother.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to. And the bad part is, like, you really have to read the term. Like, it's one of those things like, when like, oh, we have updated our terms of service. You need to read those because they don't tell you, and they will smack you with stuff from that whenever they change the rules and didn't tell you anything. They can get you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And they'll change them overnight, dude. They'll change them overnight. And then you're playing.
I literally don't even put my website, which does nothing bad. I don't put it in links. I don't link it in anything, nothing in any of my videos. And if I put it on like the board or anything here, like I have my dry erase board that I use for teaching, it just says WTTGT. There's nothing, anywhere, no dot, nothing, nothing on it.
You hear that, YouTube? There's nothing on it.
There isn't. Which I was telling Cannabis Luke, I was like, oh, bro, you got to be careful with your videos. I go, it says esmin.com on that big
Yep.
flyer that you have on the back. I go, you got to watch that. I go, that'll list it. I go, generally it'll be around 20,000 subscribers is when they'll start hammering you. And when he got to 19, he started getting strikes on his Instagram. I was like, bro, I told you they were going to come around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, too, it's like I also believe that, YouTube is so inundated with content, like hundreds of thousands of hours a
Yeah.
day,
Yeah, it's
hour,
worldwide,
whatever it
yeah.
is, that it's
Yeah,
like, just because they haven't got you yet
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're not coming. And we see these channels come, these new channels come, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And then we
Yeah.
see these new channels come, and then they're gone. And, I hate to see that, dude. I really do. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't have all the answers either, but it's, there's kind of a
Well, it's hard
reason.
to, yeah, it's hard to have all the answers when the goalposts are constantly getting moved back and forth.
Constantly changing.
It's constantly changing. So it's definitely difficult. And I always tell people, I'm like, look, if you want to do this, you can do it, but just know this is not. There's a lot of work balancing between all the videos. I've pretty much given up on Instagram. I've gotten it up over 25,000 6 times now, and it gets deleted around that 25,000 mark. I think I have like 600 subscribers on Instagram now because I pay zero attention to it over there.
Right. Yeah, it's tough, dude. It's tough. But
Yeah.
it's like the same thing. It's just a matter of navigating and trying to figuring it out.
Yeah.
What do you one thing I want to talk about is like community management, dude. You, sir, have a very loyal, a very strong, very, very large community that is welcome to the grow tent to the death. And I'm kind of curious to like what's one of the things about community management that you find the most challenging?
I don't even know if I mean, probably the most challenging part is finding good mods, which it took me a few years to do it. Once you really find really good mods, everything helps out. Like you find people that think kind of the same way that you do. And I always tell people, I don't know, I'm just not like a mean spirited person. I'm very like, hey, you're having a bad day. Let's work this out. I just really care about the people that are in the community is the biggest thing. I would say probably the biggest thing is I just care about all the people that watch. I care about all the people that I'm trying to teach and they're trying to learn. I take a lot of pride in teaching people how to grow this plant, and I really, really enjoy seeing the success whenever they start having success with it. And you can hear like whenever they first join or they first like there's like a defeat in their voice because they can't figure out why they can't get this plant to grow or why they can't have success. And I love hearing the change whenever we've been working together for like 3 or 4 months and they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. There's a level of excitement to their voice. And they're like, I was getting ready to sell everything and throw all this stuff away. And all of a sudden in a matter of months, they're like, I've been, putting my face, running into a brick wall for the last 2 years. And in 3 months, everything has turned around and changed. That's like one of my favorite things. Like my phone all day long is nothing but consults. And everybody's like, don't you get tired of doing those? I'm like, I can't express to you how much I love hanging out. I get to go into everybody's house and hang out in their basement and talk about plants all day. It's the best thing ever. But it's a lot of work, and what you have to realize is there's going to be toxic people that you can't do anything with, and you can't let those people stay in the community. There is no bullying in the community that we have over here. And getting rid of toxic people, and then the other thing is just actually caring about the community. I think it's the most important thing. Like I think the people can tell whenever you really are trying to understand their problem, trying to help fix it, and you care about the results that they're getting, not just if they ever buy a T-shirt from me again. I don't care, because I think when you do it that way, when you can concern yourself mainly with how well the community is taken care of, I think everything else kind of just falls into place. Like whenever we do drops, like we have a drop coming up with 3 new T-shirts coming up on Black Friday, and we sell out every single time we do a drop. It's always insane.
It's because your stuff is great too, brother. I love the designs. I love the art.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I spent a lot of time on it.
I believe it, dude.
I got one on right now.
I love it. I love it. I love the color expression too. We were talking about the gradient and how our studios match up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I should have worn. I had one that's got like a very similar color. Dude, I can relate to many ways. I think you're absolutely right when it comes to trying to ensure you've got the right people with you, because that's the big thing,
Yeah.
dude. Is you can't do it by yourself.
No, you can't. Once it gets to a certain size, that's out the window. And for quite a few years, what you thought would be a good mod turns out not to be. And it's not like being a mod is a very powerful position, but sometimes people cannot handle it, and they start abusing the people that are in there. And it's one of those things where, like, I take a lot of pride in making sure that everybody's treated fairly, and these people, everybody's just trying to learn, and I don't want it to be a place where people they're nervous about asking a question that they might think silly. Like, I don't know how many plants should I grow in a 2x4, and to somebody that's been around for 5 or 6 years in their, instead of being like, oh, are you retarded, it's met with, that's a very understandable question for a new person, and don't ever feel bad about asking something like that. And I will spend just as much time when I'm on my lives. I'll spend just as much time answering it the first time as I will the 400th time. And if you don't want to hear it, just go out and come back in later.
Yeah. and or there's a million other sources of places to find that information too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's important, dude. Yeah. And let's face it, we wouldn't be anything without our communities, right? Like
I mean, I truly appreciate, and I really care about all these people that are in it. And I think if you start from that position, it makes it a lot it's still a lot of work, but it makes it a lot less work when you actually you actually care about these people.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree. Yeah, any plans to travel?
I'm trying to make it to MJ BizCon this year.
Oh, really?
50-50. Yeah, I'm trying, because it's next month, and I'm gonna try to get out there because I do like going to Vegas. I like going out to the Golden Steer and stuff like that. And
it's beautiful at Golden Steer.
Yeah, and I like to go to the racetrack whenever I'm out there, and then I like to I haven't been able to make it to MJ BizCon, not once, because November and December are very busy months for me, just like everybody else.
Yep.
And I've just never been able to make it out there, and that trade show looks insane.
Dude, it is insane. It's like I say about all the other, of all the other ones, if there's one to miss, this is, it's not necessarily this isn't the one that's about the consumer, right? Yeah. So there's other ones that you go to. Did the DGC, that was amazing. That one's really the grower for the grower, right? So it's like, yeah, that one.
That's more wow. I really despise like sponsors, so I don't have any on my channel. I'm just not a fan of having sponsors on the channel, which cost me a lot of money.
It can.
But at the same time, it's just one of those things where I don't know what it is. I don't want to be told what to say. I don't want to have what I make criticized, and I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm just not going to do it.
That's fair, dude.
Yeah.
It's very important to, like, I have shed a number of sponsors from my channel as well, mainly because of the control. I want full control on my channel, and I don't want to give that to anybody else. And longer things go on, it's like more and more demand comes, and it's like for less and less, right? Even if
for less and less.
I even just share my stuff, like pretend that I exist. That's one thing that I wouldn't mind sometimes.
Well, that, or they'll share your stuff, and they'll like block your stuff out of it. I'm like, hey,
that's me.
I'm like, yeah, that's me.
That's mine. That's mine. I know. Yeah, I get it, dude. And that's why it's important to have like the diversification of income, having genetics, having clothing. It makes it so you're not so dependent on essentially other people's opinions, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Well, the thing that gets me, it's the main part I don't like about it is whenever a company I wouldn't mind having it as long as it was a company that stood behind their product and didn't, even if they started, they start standing behind their project, but then eventually they start really like turning on the customer. And then I don't like that. I don't like recommending people to buy something and then for the company not to stand behind it, because then I feel like I look like a jerk. And one of my big things on the channel is like, look, you don't have to buy a bunch of equipment. I can show you how to grow this plant with whatever you got. I can teach you how to do it. I hate telling people to spend their money is probably the biggest thing with me. I don't like telling people, I'm like, oh no, that light, that doesn't have the correct par or spectrum or angled diodes, or I don't like, you got to not use that one and spend this $500 over here. People work really hard for their money, and I want to show them, I like to show them that you can get this accomplished with basically whatever you have. I can show you how to optimize it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Dude, I literally got into making content, making YouTube content in 2016 because even then it was so hard to find what products were the ones to pull the trigger on, because if you don't know what you're buying, it is incredibly expensive to get into this hobby.
Well, that's the other thing, and I believe it's actually like that on purpose, because what the company has actually found out is like, hey, we're going to lose these people as customers either way. So we're either going to lose them because they're going to do this for a grow or 2 or 3, and then like, oh, we're not having any luck and get out of it. So we need to maximize the amount we can extract from people whenever they first get into it. And the other thing is, the people do figure out how to grow these plants and realize, hey, this light I got will work just fine for as long as I can get it to work. 10, especially these LEDs, they last so long. I don't need to spend nearly the amount of money on nutrients or any of that other stuff, because GT showed me the basics I can get away with and still get awesome stuff. And I don't need to buy any of this other stuff. So either way, they either didn't do well at growing and they got out of it, or they start doing well growing and realize they don't need to spend money on hardly any of this stuff. So either way, the companies lose the customer. It's they're not spending any big ticket, big money items because they don't need to. Well, so they were like, well, listen, if we lose them if they're bad and they quit, or we lose them if they get good and realize they don't need any of this stuff, we lose them either way. What is our business plan? Our business plan is we have to extract maximum value from the new people that don't know any better. That was literally the reason I started making content. If you watch some of my early videos from like 10 years ago, I'm actually angry in them because of how they're taking advantage of new people. That's exactly why I was like, you don't need to do any of this stuff. I was literally taking like whole shelves of nutrients and pushing them into the trash can and like leaving just like 3 bottles on the table. Like, you can do your whole grow with this. You don't need to buy any of this other stuff. It was actually the main reason I started the channel. I was like, they're taking advantage of people that don't know any better.
Yeah, man. And you know what? Like, then it was a wild, wild west too. Like, it was a different time. It was like it was dominated by a couple actors, particularly when you talk about nutrients. Lights were thousands of dollars.
Oh my God, they were so many. Like, you look at those kind LEDs back in the day, they were like $2,400 for like a 4x4 or 5, like a kind 2000. Yeah, that was like a $2,400 light. That was those lights. And then I was growing with fluorescent lights that I was buying off like Craigslist. And I'm showing people, I'm like, you don't need to spend $2,400. Look at this. I'm growing this with T5 fluorescents that were used and taken down out of a school. And that's what I've got filling the tin up. And look at the colas. I'm like, you don't need to spend all this money.
Yeah. Yeah. And now, it's like, with the ability to have such dialed in spectrums, and like, it's like you can buy a decent light for a 4x4 tent for like,
it's nothing
$200.
I won't say nothing. The amount of money is drastically, it's gone down 100%. So
yeah. And then, it's like, the thing is like, when I'm trying to direct people, it's like, I decided that for sponsorship should really only work in one relation. And the idea is that it's products that I use, that I'm very familiar with. And because then nothing changes. This is just what it is. And it's like, if I'm going to continue to show your product, hey, let's get a discount code for the people that I'm talking to. And if I can get an affiliate kickback, if, throw me a 10% bone, we're laughing here, man. This is a great opportunity. And so it's like, I have no problem to direct people to companies that have good warranty. That's number one, a good warranty. And number 2 is good customer service. And the reason I say good customer service is number 2 is because usually if all goes well, you never use the customer service, right? You never have to get a hold of them. But it's still number 2 because it is important should that warranty not follow through, right? And it's like, you want them to be able to back their product. You said that. Because this should be a product that lasts a very long time.
Yeah, I know how hard I work for my money, and I know how hard everybody else works for their money. And usually, one of the reasons you start growing is trying to save money. Like dispensaries here are very expensive. An eighth here is like $71 with tax, so it's extremely expensive here. But I can go to Walgreens if I had a prescription and get 30 Oxycontin for $4. And if I smoke too much weed, I just get hungry and want to take a nap. If I take one too many of those Oxycontin, I die.
Yeah, crazy how
I
that
don't know
works.
how to I don't know how to make that make sense.
Yeah, well, obviously the sense is to quit smoking weed, silly.
Yeah, and just rely on the big pharma to take care of me.
That's it, dude. And all our problems will be just saved, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, one thing I wanted to ask you too is I know I've asked you this before, but how are you managing all of your time? You are so busy, brother. You've got consults you're doing. How many of those are you doing roughly?
It'll vary slightly from month to month, but generally it's about 40 to 50 a week.
40 to 50 consults a week. So and those are what, 5-10 minutes, 5-15 minutes?
No, they're scheduled for 30, but I can usually get everybody's questions answered in about 15 to 17 minutes. I can kind of run through them. We don't usually need the whole 30.
Is it a so it's on a one-on-one? It's like a group session?
No, it's a one-on-one. It's a one-on-one. So it'll be just like we're sitting here. I can see my screen, I can see your screen.
Got you.
And basically it works out really well because it's like they have me in their garden with them. Like I'm sitting right next to them. I'm like, look, see this right here?
Yes.
Do this.
Yep.
This is what this plant's telling you. This is the adjustments we need to make. This is what we need to change around. I've been flown out to England to help somebody build up a cultivation facility. And after they spent a bunch of money, the government decided not to give it to them after they spent millions of dollars.
Oh my gosh.
So that sucked. But then somebody else that was like friends with the government, they came in and bought the facility for pennies on the dollar and got the cultivation license after the other place sunk millions of dollars into the facility. So that was kind of terrible.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where having the consults, it's very nice I can just sit down and I'm like, no, do this, do this, do this. And it makes it very easy for me to get people on track whenever they're having problems, because I've just always been very good at being able to read the plant the second they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing and tell them what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, you're much better at that than me, brother. My answer is usually, oh, dude. I would go ask.
That sucks.
Yeah, go ask Mr. GT what he says, and get back to me, because then I'll know for the next guy.
It's just, well, I try to put out, like, I'll get like lots of emails because I'm a big idiot who puts his email in the videos that everybody sees. I just put them right up. I know. There's some days I'll get like if a video takes off, I'll get 4,000 or 5,000 emails in a single day. Just
yeah.
And
no kidding.
I've literally locked phones up. I can't keep the ringers on, because if you keep the ringer on and you start getting a ton of emails, the phones will actually brick up because of the speaker trying to go off from the chimes. But if I have it on vibrate, it won't lock the phone up. And
That's
so
insane.
I can't ever turn my ringers on because it'll just brick the phones. And then I have to go to my local AT&T store, and I'm like, yeah, I need help.
Can you fix this for me? Dude, that's a great problem to have.
Bottom of it. Yeah, they do something with the bottom of it. And then whenever we do the drops, how I first learned about that is you can't have the speaker on is whenever we were doing a drop. And I think it was in 2021 or 2022 on 420. And it was the first time we were doing the t-shirts. And I think we got, I don't know, like 2,000 t-shirt orders in a single day. And it just bricked the phone the second the store went live. It crashed the server, everything.
Dude, a great problem to have, maybe?
Yeah, it's a great problem to have, but still a problem.
Yeah, it's still a problem. Still a problem.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. So, dude, dealing with that. So, do you do them all in one day? Do you get them over like a few days?
What's that? The store, the orders?
The consults. The consults.
Oh, the consults. That's for the. I will generally do about 6 to, because it depends. Like the different memberships, they give you different access to the length of consults. Like some of the membership levels, you can have, hour-long consults multiple times a month, or you could have, take that hour and split it
Sign
into
up,
15
people.
minutes, and you do like a 15-minute consult every week. So there's people I talk to literally every week, and it's just like me we do like a 15-minute check-in on the garden. I'm like, make this, you're doing great, make this adjustment, this adjustment, this adjustment, and then we get off the phone. But generally it's somewhere between 6 to 9 consults a day. So
Okay, so consults, genetics, doing grows. How many plants you got growing on right now, dude?
We generally have right around 54 plants growing. I literally converted half my basement into a giant grow room. It's slowly taking over my house. And I originally was getting ready to buy another place just to have like a content house. I was going to have a garden on the whole bottom of it, and then the whole top was going to be like a podcast room and just merchandise, shipping area, and all that kind of stuff. And then the interest rates in the housing market went so crazy prices. It's just like it priced me out of buying it, because it used to be normal. Like back before COVID, you could get like normal interest rates and normal prices, and now everything's so expensive. I'm like, I can't do that
No
anymore.
kidding.
So
Yeah, no kidding. So 50, dude, I've got 4 seedlings, and I'm struggling, dude. I'm like,
well, the biggest thing is the clones. Like the clones, they take up a lot. So like whenever you're pheno hunting and doing genetics, the clones are actually one of the most important parts, because between the labeling, keeping everything straight. Because if you're just doing the initial cross, it's not a big deal. You just have the mother, you take the clones and move out. But when you're pheno hunting for specific lines, and you don't know which one of the plants is going to turn into it, you literally take clones from everything and label them. If you don't label them, you mess this whole step up. And this is how we identify the exact phenos that we went for, like back crossing and stuff like that, into the second, third generations. If you mess that step up, you can mess the whole lineup.
Right.
So the clone area is something to see. It's 2 8-foot tables. It looks like a buffet in there, and there's nothing but clones meticulously labeled from plant 1A, plant 1B, plant 1C. It's a whole buffet of babies.
Jeez, dude, that's insane. And so it's like, do you have them on? Forgive my ignorance. Do you have them like automatic, like in clone domes, or
They're all in clone domes. I really like clone domes. They isolate very well. It's easy for me to keep track. I can literally write dry erase marker right on the outside of the dome, and then wipe it off whenever it's time to do new ones in it. It works very well.
Smart. Okay. And then you've got the fam. You got 2 kids,
I do.
and then the wife.
Yeah, and then 2 dogs, wife, and then I race.
Race. What are you racing? Tortoise?
I race cars. I drag race.
Oh, you drag race too, dude?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, Batman.
Yeah, I don't get to sleep a lot.
No kidding. I'm sure Ricky's always banging at the door too. Like, dude, I want to come out. Come play.
Well, that's where I think I get the energy from. And then plus the other thing, once again, I really like what I do. I really like messing with the plants. I really like having the consults. I really like helping the people. I design all the merch too. All the merch comes from right here. So all the merch designs that you see, they all come right out of this demented mind I have, and I do all of the merch. I design all of it also. So I usually sleep about 3.5 hours a night, and then I get up and I'm like, all right, time to get going.
Let's do it again. So how, sir, do you find time? How do you make it all work? And you still you still have time to shit?
Nah, every once in a while.
Okay. So how do you make it happen, dude? I'm curious. Not the shit, but all of it.
It's literally just, I get about an extra 5 hours a day by only sleeping 3 to 3.5 hours. So if you add that up over the week, it's like I get an extra full work week in every week just by, I've always only slept like 3.5 hours a week, just naturally. It's how long I sleep. And then I get up and I start doing stuff. So by doing it that way, it's literally like getting an extra 40 hours a week in.
Insane. So do you find do you ever get longer sleeps? Do you ever try to sleep longer, or crash?
I have really crazy like dreams, and they don't let me sleep very often. So there's like a lot of it's like I'm trapped in a haunted house, and there's like strobe lights and monsters, and I'm fighting, and it wakes me up a lot.
Do you go to bed? Like what time do you go to bed?
Usually around 12:30, and then I get up around 3 to 3:30, and then I'm up doing stuff, usually answering emails or answering my direct messages on my website, and And then after a few hours, I get up and I start getting the kids ready for school. I take them to school, and then I come back home and start doing it again.
Smart.
Yeah. So usually after I drop both of them off, all of my lights in the garden are starting to come on. And then I go downstairs and I work downstairs for a few hours. Back when I had less plants, I didn't have to spend nearly the amount of time. But when you have 54 and then all the babies and meticulous note taking, it's just one of those things where you spend 3 or 4 hours down there every morning. The days go by really quickly, actually.
Right. Cocaine or no?
No,
No,
none of that.
okay.
Anxiety and cocaine do not go along very well
No,
to
I
each
guess
other.
they would. No, I guess they would. So how are you keeping track of everything? Are you writing things down?
Yeah, I actually use desk calendars, and I usually have one sitting right here. But on top of every tent, like the big desk calendars, they
Yeah, the big squares
sit
that
on
your
desk.
teacher used
Yeah,
to
the
have.
big squares.
Yep,
So on
yep.
top of every tent, I just have a desk calendar on top of it, and they have nice big squares, on every single day of the month, and I can write a bunch of notes right in it, and then I just take the desk calendar, sit it back on top of the tent, and then I'm like, hey, this day I lollipop, this day I fed, this day I watered, this is what I'm seeing. And it makes it really easy. I can sit there and flip back through them. I'm like, when did I do this, or what was going on? And I can just flip months back at a time, and everything is itemized per tent.
Smart, dude.
Yeah.
That's smart. Sorry, I'm packing a bowl. I'm half off the corner of the screen here.
No worries.
And for the kids, dude, like, are they doing any sports or any extracurriculars, dance?
My son is in band, so he does that stuff.
Oh, good for him.
He plays clarinet, very good at it.
Good
and
for
then
him. Mrs. P's giving her thumbs up in the back.
yeah, my daughter is very into bracelet making right now. She watches a bunch of YouTube videos. I love the fact that she finds stuff that she likes. She goes to YouTube to watch instructional videos. I'm like, fucking yes.
Yes.
I'm just like, yes. So it's like, it makes me like so happy. I'm like, she's
doing
going to
it right.
YouTube to learn how, and then she learns how to do stuff and makes all these crazy designs on bracelets. And I'm like, all right. That's what I'm teaching. I do it with plants. Somebody's teaching you with bracelets. I was like, this is awesome.
Have you ever seen that clip? The clip of the dude that makes the bracelet that's about the banana bread? Fuck yeah.
No, I haven't seen that one.
If you ever get a chance, one of these days I'm going to teach Mrs. P how to pull it up so we can both watch it at the same time.
You just watch the insert.
Yeah. There's a clip about it. You got to check it out after this, dude.
Yeah. That's the crazy part. I don't actually get to watch a ton of stuff on the internet because I'm usually like
busy as
If I
shit.
sit down at a computer, I'm working at it. So
Yeah, no kidding, dude. Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. Yeah, not a whole lot of free time.
Which
But
brings me to the next point. Don't put your email on your YouTube videos. If anybody's
Dude.
starting to do this, don't do it.
It
I mean, there's literally, I delete them every at the end of the month, and people get mad at me like, "Hey, I sent you an email, you didn't respond to it," and I'm like, yeah, "I'm sorry, bro." It's like, you're getting thousands of them in a day. They get lost in the pile.
For sure.
I can only get through about 300 emails a day is what I about get through, and if we got 2,500 emails in that day, I feel like I did nothing. I always feel super behind just because of the emails.
I think it's the nature of the work too, how you feel always behind. I think that's just the
Yeah.
way it goes, dude, because I feel the same.
I always feel like
You're at
that's one
mercy of the
reason I wake up.
algorithm, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel, right? And it's like I feel like the internet's time span is 24 hours, man, and it's
Yeah,
less
I never
than
sleep.
that.
Like every time I fall asleep, I fall further and further behind. And the wife's like, "Yeah, just take the day off." I'm like, "You don't understand. If I take the day off,
There's no such
that means
thing.
the next day I'm so much further behind than I would have been if I just did stuff."
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I'm 100% the same way, and I often have to find, like, I make sure that when it comes to like my kids' stuff, no phone, dude, no phone.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be tapped out. I made the decision in like 2018. There's no notifications to my phone aside from my Patreon. There is no notifications, so
Yeah.
it's like I just don't. I have that off switch.
Well, we started like recording. I have a YouTube channel for my racing stuff too. It has about 30,000 subscribers on it on my racing channel.
Oh, good for
And
you, dude.
The
What
wife's
is
like,
it? Go ahead.
It's called at Track Life GT.
Okay, sweet.
So-
Good for you, dude. Good for you.
And so I record. My wife's like, "No." She's like, "This is your day off. Stop making content." I'm like, "I'm already here. I always, when like new people get into it, they're like, "Well, I don't know what to make videos on." I go, "I don't ever think about what to make videos on. I make the content is just what I'm doing, and then I never have to think about, oh God, I don't know, I have any ideas for a show. no, the show ideas are just what I'm doing anyway. So then I don't ever have to think about what the content is. The bad part is it transitions to anything else I'm doing. I'm like, well, I'm already doing this. I might as well film it. And that's how the racing channel got started too. She's like, take time off.
Same time, dude. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's like things are always gearing. Like I'm thinking about the next video. I'm thinking about with statistics. I'm thinking about analytics.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about money. And then Mrs. P will be staring me in the eye, having a conversation with me, and I am not listening whatsoever. It's like, and I know, I don't know in the time because I'm just out of it. But it's like sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. What did you just say?
That she gets me to she uses it to her advantage though. She can tell whenever I'm thinking about other stuff, and then she'll start locking me into plans because I'm just like, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Whatever
And
you
she'll
need.
start locking me into plans when she knows I'm like in those moments. And she's like, no, you agreed to it. We're going apple picking this Sunday.
That's
And I'm
classic.
like,
That's
apple
marriage.
picking. There is no quicker way to get spider mites in your garden than to go to a fruit field and then to go to your house.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They know, dude.
Yeah.
They know. Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. GT, sir, thank you very much for this conversation. An absolute pleasure. I know this is just another of many to come. For anyone who made it this far that doesn't know, where can anybody reach out to you, especially that email address? No, I'm just kidding. Where can they reach out to you and get a hold of you if
There is always a free option to get a hold of me. You can reach out to me at 2thegrowtent@gmail.com. That's the number 2thegrowtent@gmail.com. Or if you want a guaranteed way to get a hold of me, because like I said, I can only get through about 300 of those 2,500. Don't put your email online on, kids. That's just not a good idea. I can only get through about 300 of those a day, but I do get through some of them. So don't think that it's like, oh, we have to join a membership to get a hold of me. I do answer a lot of emails a day. But if you want to get a hold of me, video consults, and everything that I make, everything that I create, which is a lot of strains now, some of them Cannabis Cup winning, you can go ahead and join WTTGT.com and join a membership. And I talk to those people every single day. And except between the hours of like 12 and 3:30 whenever I'm sleeping. But other than that, you can get a hold of me. It's like having me in your grow room with you. And then you're actually the only people that know when the merch goes live because I don't tell anybody else besides right there.
Dude, absolutely epic, man. Thank you so much for being here, my guy. Hang around for just a sec after this. We'll catch up. But for everybody else, thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back after this.
Come on and lick your glass. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
Be our guest, be our guest, be our... Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Mr. GT for a wonderful conversation. Thank you guys for participating in that conversation. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun, and we dove into a lot. That boy sure do keep himself busy in ways that Chat, that man's a robot. He's a robot. I knew it the whole time. I knew it. Shout out to Mr. GT, man. That was a lot of fun, guys. You guys are amazing. Dudes, okay. So there was a clip I was referring to in the conversation that I couldn't pull up because we were in it, but Mrs. P, can you play this clip now? That it's just you and I?
Oh, this.
Yeah. Can you play this
It's
one?
like, why is this up?
This one right here. Check this out. So remember we were talking bracelets, and you know how you make a bracelet, and it's a little acronym for like a nice little warm saying, or nice little warm. Check this out.
Dude, I got some fucking banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things, like, good things will happen to me, dude. And fucking I waited for some things, and I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. So it just goes to show that waiting for things is, like, worth it. But there's a lot of bad things in this world, dude. Like fucking skunks, dude. Hell no. Scratching your eye, but it's still fucking itchy, dude. Hell no. The fucking Cubs, dude. Hell no. Like getting paid, not a lot of money, dude, for fucking working. Hell no. But
Hell
got some
yeah! Fucking banana bread, dude! My mom said to wait for things and good things happen. Dude, I would love that bracelet.
Oh my god.
I would love that bracelet. Yeah, I need that one. I feel like it's more of a necklace, though. Maybe.
A belt?
It's a belt. Yeah, it's a belt. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
So
that
that's what I
was
was thinking.
great.
That's what I was thinking of when he was talking about making bracelets. I was like, dude, banana bread? Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, but man, that's my brain on drugs. Sometimes when I'm just thinking about things and I'm like, yeah.
I've seen one of those letter ones before
Mm-hmm.
where it says like every millennial is going to know exactly what this stands for, and it's just the beginning letters like this, and immediately you know it's get your ass in the fucking house before I beat your ass.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
funny.
yes.
Yeah, we know it. We've heard it. We've heard it. Man, that was fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have myself a rip here, but after the show does not end. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be jumping into a little post-smoke, little post-tea smoke show over on Twitch. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we are live right now on Twitch. Miss P, could you throw them a little link skis? We are live. So if you want to come join for the post-smoke show, come hang out on Twitch. Everybody's already over there. There's already a party going on. You are just the only one that's not there yet. So come hang out. I want to talk to you, and I want to smoke and do some pot. So if, you're interested in some of that, come on over, baby. Head on over to Twitch, because we're going to do a post-tea smoke sesh. Post-tea smokes sesh, getting away with all the things we can't get away with over here on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an incredible show. I thank you guys for pulling up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, Stash Nutrients pre-orders have gone live. StashNutrients.com. Come check out and pre-order your the next best way to grow great cannabis at StashNutrients.com. I came up with that all on my own. Also, guys, December 4th, don't forget, Home Grower Takeover. You're not going to want to miss that. That's in Vegas over at the MJ BizCon, so go and tune in for that. Also, for Black Friday, Vivo Sun, promo code's Pigeons420. You'll save a few dollars off at checkout, and you'll be able to get yourself some quality grow gear for a great price. And you'll help support the show. So make sure you go and check that out too. So if you want to continue the show after this, head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Pigeons420, and come smoke with me again some more. Cheers. Oh, yeah. 702 AA, John, Robert, TJ Rez, Tasty Genetics, Nublet TV, Robert Barron. Thank you, man. Richard Morris, Idiom, on a roll. Hopefully, we're going to see you guys in just a few minutes over on Twitch. Come join the conversation because we're going to have fun. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'll see you next week. Tea with P next Thursday. At 9 p.m. Central on Thursday, where we're going to talk about all things dudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing's off the table. See you over on Twitch. Peace. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. From this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear.
Hi, I'm Pigeons420. Will you be an angel for an abused plant? Every day, innocent plants are abused, beaten, and neglected, and they're calling for your help. Please visit stashblend.com today and join the nation in helping abused plants get an 8-ounce bag of Stash Blend. That's just $27.70 or 96 cents per day. You'll be helping rescue plants from their abusers and provide nutrition, beneficial bacteria, mycorrhizae, and love. You'll help rescue plants from their abusers. Call or join now, and you'll receive a welcome kit of a photo of a dude impacted by your decision. Order now and change a life.